D20s, where are they?
He's asleep right now. I'm gonna go to the bathroom before we start. Oh, well, now we're live. Great. I'll
See,
be right
now-
back, guys.
Now I look forward to like having a baby in our game on Mondays. It's kind of fun.
No.
We have a baby in our game on Monday.
That's what I say. That's I'm getting used to having a baby in our game
Yeah.
on Monday.
Yep.
He's cute. I show him little videos of my grandbaby, and he like looks at it and stuff. It's fun.
Aw.
Yep, and starts kicking his feet to them kicking.
Yeah, like he was in. I was showing him a video of my grandson like getting a bath, and he's really kicking his feet. And then all of a sudden he starts kicking his feet, and I'm like, okay, this is pretty fun.
Aw.
And then when he stops kicking, he stops kicking. So I was like, okay.
Cute. Oh, did we clear our initiative order? I forgot.
No.
Should I leave it up?
Let's just roll one initiative for the rest of the year.
I mean, I would not say no to that. I rolled 16. Well, technically I rolled 17.
You're muted, Feltish.
I've definitely not been talking this whole time.
Oh, no.
Because your mouth was moving. I was like doing other work and I'm typing and I'm doing stuff and I'm like, is Mara talking to a small toddler to her right? Or
Well,
No,
we can't
I
see
muted
her,
myself
so-
because I have small children. So I was trying to, but
gotcha.
that's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It'll be okay.
Oh, side note, y'all should be excited because I started D&D with my class. Well, not technically my class. It was for the elective.
Nice.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's
So
awesome.
I've got 5th and 6th graders playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Don't you have to get permission because their parents think it's devil worship?
No.
Oh.
It's all about satanic conspiracy. I lived through it. I was there. Every time I drew a pentagram
Do
and
not
I
cite
prayed
the
to the
ancient
Dark
magic
Lord
to me.
make them go away, it didn't work.
Fireball, fireball.
Fireball, fireball, fireball. Lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt, lightning bolt.
Today is Tuesday.
Oh, gosh.
That was lovely.
Thank you.
Simply lovely.
Oh, I should probably pull up my character sheet, huh? That might help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we're
Like,
probably
what are we
out of
doing?
we're getting teleported. I'm probably going to go from the frying pan into the fire.
No, she wouldn't do that.
Oh yeah, I have very few hit points.
Okay, this is
I took 0 damage in that fight.
Well,
This
you
is-
hit so well.
I did. I hid really well, and I turned a human blender. Oh my god, I felt so bad about that. I was like, "Oh, I just murdered him."
I
That was
I got
the
hit a
best
few times, but I'm
teamwork
still
we'd
good.
ever had.
That was the best teamwork. I was just like,
Oh my God.
"Oh, we murdered someone, and we didn't even talk to them."
Oh my god, that was so great! Whirlwind, he's
Like-
getting pelted with rocks. Then he
Pulls
goes
up and
through
we're
the
just
sword
like,
blender.
It's like raining blood on developers.
It's like so great. Do you know?
Oh
It
my
reminds me. It reminds me of. Deadpool 2 when everybody's getting shredded. It's so great. That was the
God.
greatest thing. Now you got to try to do it on purpose next time.
I don't know, man. I could, in my head, I could see Samara's face being like, "Oh, what did I do?"
I regret everything.
I didn't mean that to happen. It's
I
horrible.
wanted to stun him.
Uh,
Now
you just
I have limbs flying everywhere.
you're just in the corner hugging your knees and rocking.
I liked when the hand just fell at your feet.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh God."
The fingers still twitching.
God, he's still alive. He probably felt every single thing that happened to him. God. That was great. That was probably the best thing I've ever seen in Dungeons and Dragons ever. I have to tell you, man, that is the best ever.
Teamwork,
Me.
human blender.
The only other one I remember was when was when one of the people, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Asborn, when the pirates were in the water floating by our ship when we were stealing it. And he does that thing where it crushes their heads.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
the gravity well.
Yeah, the gravity well, and he just crushes them. They're already drowning. What more do you want? We're actually homicidal maniacs. I just figured it out.
Just murder hobos. It's fine.
I know, and then the way I catch the NPCs talking about Tobias, like, he's harmless. No, he's not.
In one of my campaigns, our rogue accidentally one-shotted it was like a gnome or something that we came across in the Underdark, and the DM actually ripped up the character sheet.
Oh, God.
It's supposed to be an NPC that was going to guide us.
Oh, God.
Had a name.
I
had a
spent 14
backstory.
months on his backstory.
And he was real bad.
Oh, my God, that'd be horrible.
Did you guys see the picture in Discord
No.
No.
of Sebastian wearing the Yoda hat?
Oh,
no.
I want to find
Wait,
Discord.
how do I look it up?
Cute.
Oh, there. Aww. Aww.
He looks like a goblin.
Oh,
Oh, he's not a goblin, Daddy. He's a good boy.
Oh my God! Don't ever do that again, Ivar.
cute.
So I keep pinging Asborn, no response. So he's either asleep, lost, or making steak.
Or playing a video game.
Possibly.
Many possibilities.
We need to get his cell phone number.
Well, I think Aiden has it.
I do.
Sebastian does not look like a goblin.
Call him on his cell number.
Totally looks like a gobbo.
He does not look like a gobbo.
He looks like not the brave.
You should totally go as Mandalorian
accept
for
that.
Halloween. Just got to figure out. You could probably make a contraption that looks like that. Looks like he's floating in that thing, like the egg thing.
Oh my god,
Like a
that'd be
harness
awesome.
that you could, like, goes over your shoulders, and it looks like you're just
or
pushing him.
or put it over his stroller.
Right.
That'd be cute.
Oh, you guys are so funny.
Yep, I want one of those.
Man, I mean,
cast
Baby Halloween
Spencer's
is the best.
floating disc. I know he's gonna be. What? He'll be 9 months old. 9 months old at Halloween.
When we're all famous from doing this game, what I'll do is I'm gonna have
We'll be buried.
I'm going to have a costume made of fire, but my head actually comes out of a little Tobias that sits on her shoulders.
That
Well,
would be
like
hilarious.
Alien costume.
I'll have like the fake like mouse nose on and stuff.
All right, he's
Oh my
busy
God.
with shit. I'll play him.
What's that, son?
He's busy with shit.
What?
Is he joining or not?
He's not.
Okay.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Do you know what commitment is,
Fortunately,
pal?
it's getting to the end of the school year, and sometimes papers and
He's going to Ohio next week too. So
D&D is more important than Ohio, college, anything else.
it's not more important than college. He needs to pass his classes.
I know, so you can go to work as a barista at Starbucks after he graduates. For all
Oh,
the
that sounds like my sister. She went to college, 10 years of college. What does she do after she graduates? She applies at Walmart. I'm like, why did you go and get all of those certificates and everything if you were just going to apply at Walmart? You could have done
Well,
that.
there are
without
professional students. I knew this lady that was in college for like 20 years
Uh-huh.
because they're afraid of
20
starting their
years.
life.
Baby. Oh my God! Happy Tuesday, everybody!
Ooh, I like it.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy
Ooh, I
I didn't know
joy.
this was. I didn't know this was Debtor's Gambit, but cool.
Oh shit!
Oh.
I'm in the wrong one.
All right, guys, who am I playing? I'm not
All right.
Tobias. Who's
That
on
is
Debtor's Gambit?
funny. That was that's
Oh.
a thing. But without
Well, I'm in
Ashborn, I
Debtor's
can't
Gambit.
use that one, so I got to use this one.
Look how much
So-
more time and effort he put into the Debtor's Gambit one than ours. It's just like Denizens and Masters.
Yeah, well,
Mara needs to change her little person into Veltish.
well, we'll see how long Feltish lasts.
I was like, I don't have a Velvet yet. I'd have to make one.
I
Yeah,
mean,
just keep following those blood trails. You
yeah,
won't last long.
Let's be honest. I mean, Feltish is cool, but Mara's fucking dope.
Yeah, I miss the bear
Especially
coming out.
now.
Yeah, the bear was pretty cool.
I think the maturity thing's over with. She needs to be an absent mother.
Aw.
Just abandon your children.
No,
it's
just
fine.
like just imagine like a massive bear with two baby Bjorns on her chest. My kids.
No, I
I
just
don't
think
think
that's
that's the
the
kind
part
of-
of the blood ceremony, and they'll be like my little cubs riding behind me.
Yeah,
I
they'll
don't
go
think
like
brave.
they'll start crying and turn into bears.
I may require that. Yeah, I think that needs to happen.
That
Yeah.
would be amazing.
So
That
you
would
get
be-
you get a claw attack and a bite attack for each of your cubs plus your attacks.
They roll a d4 for damage.
D6. They're big. They're biggins.
The big, excuse me. Oh, you were talking about the kids. Sorry. I was momentarily confused, to say the least.
Bears don't have those. They have like 10 of them, but they're hidden.
They have like 10 of them, but they're.
Maybe 6. I don't know.
I would
Probably an
have.
even-
Not
I would
familiar
Probably
with
an
bear
even.
anatomy.
I don't know either. They're probably a bear in I don't know. 12? 6?
Class with Tobias and learn what he learns.
Wait, I can ask Siri. Let's see.
Oh, here it comes. What are you asking Siri now?
How many nipples does a bear have?
Probably 6.
6.
There you
6.
go. Now wait the more
Now,
you know.
now you can't tell me that you haven't learned anything from watching Denizens and their masters.
Good job. Solid.
A mama bear has 6 nipples.
How many does a daddy bear have?
He has 6 too. They just don't get bigger.
That's curious. Maybe they have less. Let's check.
Oh, where have I gone wrong? Where have I gone wrong?
So many places.
I know, right?
Let this get away from you.
So many.
Wait, so Veltish and I have our initiative rolls on there. Do you want us to get rid of them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
put mine back because I thought you said we hadn't cleared initiative yet.
Male whales have nipples too.
Yeah, no, you guys had cleared initiative.
Okay.
I had gotten rid of it and then I put it back.
She just wants to keep that 19.
Yeah.
I
that's
got
pretty-
rid of mine.
That is a good. That is a good.
That was a
initiative.
good one. It was a good-
Yeah, that was a pretty good one.
Okay.
Roll it.
Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Gotta get my Tobias voice.
I get my Tobias voice and
Yeah.
and what's your Monday voice, Jerry? Although I don't know if Jerry and Tobias are, I mean, I think the only thing they're polar opposite is one is craven and one is insane.
But
Right?
which is
No.
which?
But which is which? Yeah. This is
Oh no, Jerry's Craven.
Jerry's
Jerry's
craven.
definitely craven.
He's a scaredy cat, big time.
This is true.
He'll be a scaredy fox next episode.
You're gonna probe your fox.
Oh, I'm gonna dissect. I'm gonna vivisect it and probe it, and then turn myself into one.
You're gonna vivisect the fox?
Mm-hmm. I don't have it listed on one of my animals that have been classified and identified. So
Totally
getting
makes
vivisected.
sense. Totally makes
I'll
sense.
put it to sleep
don't
first so it
have
doesn't
to-
feel it.
You don't have to vivisect it. You only have to probe it.
Yeah, you didn't have to shoot arrows like a hippie at somebody's feet instead of trying to kill him but you did. So I'm not gonna berate that.
They hadn't done anything except throw a net.
I literally.
These guys are
just
trying to
met
capture
my
me
guy
with a
when I
net,
killed him.
and she's like, well, they haven't actually hurt anybody yet. I just shoot at their feet. I'm like, are you kidding me?
I'm
But,
just saying, Fire. Remember
when-
the guy that just appeared and we didn't even question it? We just murdered him.
Right. And then, but the minute one of them touched her cat, she turned into a homicidal maniac.
Well, that makes more sense. Let's be honest.
Yes,
Well,
you did.
I mean, they didn't.
Yes,
cause
you
any
did.
damage to you, did they?
Huh?
You took no damage in that fight.
I know I didn't take a single point of damage in that fight.
Right. They weren't trying to kill you.
Well, what do we do? We have to capture them so they don't capture us?
Well,
Doesn't
we
make
still killed
sense.
them.
I know.
So, folks, this is the usual banter
Sorry.
that I have to live through because, you know, it's Tuesday fucking night, but that's okay.
And Ivar and I playing two games together.
This is true. We will be absent Asborn tonight. So, as usual, when they're not here, they become automatons and linger in the background doing very little because I do not run other players' characters. It is not interesting to me. Therefore, I don't do it. Nor do I like to put their characters in potential harm's way. So that will not be happening. But welcome to Denizens and their Masters. Everybody. You know what?
What?
Session 76 tonight.
Ooh.
And you guys did something interesting last week. I believe it was called a level up at the end of last session.
Oh, that's
As
right.
the milestone was encountering the Order of the Aspects leader and either defeating him, escaping him, or destroying him. And you did a little bit of both, defeating him and escaping at the same time. Although
Was he one of the ones we eviscerated?
he was the one that turned
No, he was
into
the
a
gorilla.
giant ape.
Oh, gotcha.
And then Thyson got super creative after he
Oh,
used
my
his
God.
last legendary resistance and fucked that shit up. Charmed the great ape while you guys piecemealed apart his reinforcements and destroyed the very beginning of the caravan.
Oops.
You know, all the good stuff. Hey, but before we get started, updated schedule activity. Monday nights, Pike's Promise. Titans Revival is back. They were back on today, this afternoon. Denizens and their Masters, Tuesday night. Currently, nothing on the schedule for Wednesdays and Thursdays. Usually those are creative days for me. Friday over at Lawfully Chaotic, and then Saturday over at the D&D Club. Sunday, Debtor's Gambit will be taking the day off as three of us, both Cesare and Arena and myself, or what's your character's name in that? I forget. We will be heading up to Idlewild as Cesare has a gig with the art festival. So we'll be hanging out there with him Sunday afternoon, taking a break. But we will probably make it a rerun schedule and do some reruns that day. But other than that, come join the Discord, come hang out, come roll some dice. Our giveaway theme this month is horror. So we have some really cool horror giveaways in our channels. So come roll a D1000 and get a chance to win. Other than that, let's go ahead and recap. Get this going. So, where we last left off, the team had made it to Trostenwald, had discovered that the headquarters of the Order of the Aspect was operating here, made some inquiries into their activities, did some unique styles of spying, to say the least, hatched a plan to ambush the caravan that would be leaving out of Trostenwald in an attempt to either destroy it, slow it down, or whatever the intent was. The ambush didn't quite go as planned. However, it still kind of not only destroyed a few of the wagons, and a lot of creative combat encounter ensued, including the whirlwind food Cuisinart of humanoid body parts. That was a lot of
I
fun.
am proud but ashamed.
Blade barrier. Blade barrier.
Blade barrier combined with whirlwind was a lot of fun. I think we're going to see that one again for sure. Be interesting to see how it works when it's on purpose.
You need
But
a
the
sorcerer
team-
now to light it on fire.
The storm chasers had managed to isolate Zimmer in his great ape form, destroy most of the reinforcements that were trying to show up, but unfortunately more were arriving with each round that the team lingered within the eastern exit of Trostenwald. Once this was evident, the Zorhashian queen brought a portal into existence, allowing the team to make their escape. And I believe that is where we last left off. One by one, you guys find yourself having that free fall feeling and then hitting a surface, but almost in a soft kind of controlled way. All of you standing there looking around in the dark. There's a smell. There's definitely a musky kind of damp smell. Looking around, you watch as a flame comes into existence as the Bright Queen lights a lantern. You watch as she walks over to a table, sets it on a table. There are khaki-like curtains drawn over what looks to be a window of sorts. There's chairs on their side, a table on its side. All of you begin to cough as the dust kind of billows up underneath your forms, and you begin to realize you're in a very dark and dusty location. You hear the Zorhashian queen speak out. Hold on for a second. I would just be a moment. You hear a door open and close. Some noises.
Can we see the door?
You can see the outline of it. There's just enough light for you to realize you're in a room that looks to be what might have been a common room at some point. All the furniture is either partially covered with drape cloths or is in a condition of just, kind of abandonment. You can see a fire mantle, like a fireplace with a mantle with old kind of tchotchkes on it covered in dust and cobwebs. Eventually she comes back in. Well, hopefully this will do. It felt like good timing to get out of Trostenwald while we can. I don't know who that person was, but I felt like there might have been more at stake the longer we lingered there. Welcome to Zadash, everybody. It's one of my,
Zadash?
sort of. We're in the outskirts of Zadash. We're in one of the many safe houses that I keep amongst many different places. I never really trust other people to spy for me. I find it more useful to do it myself. But this seemed like a good point to come to after what just happened. Please, if you would follow me into the room. And she opens the door and walks through. She leaves it partially cracked for the rest of you. Asborn immediately walks through.
Have we been to Zadash? We've been to Zadash, haven't we?
We've been to Zadash.
That's what
I think.
I don't think so.
No?
No?
No.
Nicodranus, Port
Not
Zune.
well, it's definitely not since its recovery after the attack.
Have we been to Zadash? Okay, I gotta look at a map.
I know. That's I'm like, I need to see it.
Mm-hmm.
What is Zadash? I don't even know.
Zadash, you would know that it lies within the Zimian fields, within the Dwendalian Empire. The last time it had come up in a conversation is when you guys were traveling in the airship heading towards the Obsidian Tower. And it was part of...
Wasn't it getting attacked?
Yes, it was attacked, and their military force was pretty much severely damaged and suffered some losses. It was the force that was intended to go to the to the gates and be able to block the Morrow Valley from being attacked by Shulaman.
We lost our horses.
This is the last place I had my airship.
Oh yeah.
We lost our horses.
You
If
get
we're
really
in
excited
Zadash.
keeping hold of animals.
We have
They're in
many
Trostenwald.
monies I think we'll be okay. We can buy more. Plus, we've got a queen with us, so I'm sure she can help us find some horses.
Uh-oh. Why did it?
Uh-oh, what?
Say that.
What?
It's a secret.
Well, we're by ourselves, right?
As far as you know.
Yeah, she and Asborn walked into the other room.
Yeah.
There are ears everywhere. Clearly, you're not a
Okay.
spy.
I'm not.
Yep.
I'm an emissary. I'm supposed to talk to people.
Sure.
Sure.
And spill secrets? Your emissaries are not supposed to spill secrets.
I'm not going to spill any secrets. We're by ourselves.
Finally,
Here.
Sam comes around about telling the truth. See, I just tell the truth because you're going to find out real quick who your friends and enemies are.
Okay, so
Okay.
I don't trust the queen.
What
you don't
doing?
trust the queen. I thought you were with her.
Yeah, weren't you guys like?
She made me do
Besties?
things.
Oh god.
I just don't know if I trust
Made
her.
you do things?
I just don't know if I trust her.
Okay, well now we're into the dash.
That
Plan
saved
of
us
order?
quite a bit of our
Walking.
trip.
Yeah, why
was that
didn't
a-
we do
See,
that
we
before?
ruined, we
didn't do
ruined her
that.
trip. We ruined the queen's trip. I'm sure she's not happy.
we didn't do that before because the queen wanted to like sightsee and see the land.
I know she wanted to tramp through
yeah.
the wilderness and look at things, and I get it.
Yeah,
but
that was a fail.
Man,
We did see those
like
like
my
fire
pony.
engines though. That was like new and different.
True.
You're welcome.
All
All
Well,
right.
maybe you shouldn't drink that burping elixir, Tobias.
I like it. It's good.
What time
It's
of
called
day is-
coffee.
What
With a
time of
K.
day is it?
I believe the ambush took place at night, correct?
Right, because they were
Yeah,
taking off.
that's right.
Early,
Yeah, 'cause they
or
were
like
taking
in a
off.
hurry.
Yeah, so you can see that the curtain is slightly apart and it looks like a moonlight is, kind of breaking through. It's quiet enough that it definitely feels like nighttime.
You see the
And now you can
aftermath
hear
of
the
what we did.
sounds of clattering of pots and pans, and you see a flare of light come from the other room as it looks like maybe a fireplace has been lit.
okay.
Well, I'm
Let's
definitely
go in.
feeling a little rough. I could use a rest.
Is it resting time?
Is this?
Yeah,
is
it's
this part of a
nighttime.
safe house? Is it safe to rest here?
Yeah.
Should we find?
We can do the mansion. Because the mansion feeds us too.
All right, we can do it inside the house.
Isn't that kind of getting old? We're all using that thing. It smells
You
like
guys-
horses in there.
Watch as Asborn's face as she pops out through the door. She looks at all of you and goes, "You guys got to see this. This is really fucking cool."
I follow.
Okay.
I mean, even if it's old, just tell Dyson that you want your room different, and then he can make it different. Tobias.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go.
He can make our rooms whatever we want them.
Still smells like horse.
Hey,
Okay.
Tyson,
Still smells like horse.
You guys
Maybe
got to
he
bring all
wants
the
it to smell
animals
like
in and they
horse
crap
for you.
everywhere.
Tyson, can you fill my room with books?
No.
Oh, he's not there.
I think they have to be books that he's read, though. Otherwise, they're just blank.
That's okay. I just like books.
Only the Menagerie Coast Inquirer. That's the only thing you'll get.
What's in the other room?
So, Samara,
Oh,
as you
that's
step
Toasty?
through and you can still hear everybody kind of going on, you step into a massive expanse. It definitely reminds you of Thyson's ability to manipulate the mansion. But this feels a bit more permanent, a bit more, there's still an air of magic to it. But when you step into the space, you can see where the Zarhashian queen is kind of over in what looks to be like a kitchen area with lots of animated objects that seem to be operating of their own accord as a meal seems to be in the process of being prepared. In the center of a very massive dining hall that looks way too big to be contained in a small residence. A great table with chairs wrapped around it, a fireplace that's kind of come into existence. a dozen stairwells that all seem to go off in different directions up into an impossibly tall, darkened spire above you. And you can see little pinpoints of light kind of floating up and in and out of the darkened spaces up above. And you just hear Asborn's voice go, "This is really cool. This is kind of bigger than Dyson. I mean, don't
Yeah.
tell him. It's a lot bigger than Dyson."
What is this place?
Oh, it's something that we had built some time ago as a place to seek refuge whenever we were coming and going in between the Morrow Valley and the Zimian Fields.
Is it permanently here, or is it something that you can carry with you?
I believe it was created with permanence in mind. I never met the arcane user who established it. It was established some time ago. But we use it from time to time. Felt like a good time to use it now. Please grab a seat, take a rest.
I don't think it was a good time to use it.
Oh, why
Ignore
not,
him.
Tobias? Did you want to stay there and die?
No, but I wanted to see the aftermath of what we did.
We don't need to see that.
Oh,
I wanted to see how badly we hurt him. But, oh well.
Fair point, I guess. She turns back towards the animated objects to manipulate and control the manufacture of the meal. All of you are now in the space. It's mid-evening at this point. Anything you want to do before taking your long rest?
I'll
Eat.
update. What's my girlfriend's name? Shit. It's been a while.
Tierling.
Tierling. No, not
Oh, that
Tierling.
can't be right.
I was like, that's not right.
Tierling
God,
is
why
your
am I
girlfriend
blanking?
now?
No, why am I blanking?
Who's your girlfriend?
The bard.
Yeah, why am I blanking?
Oh,
She's
the
tiefling.
bard.
She's a tiefling.
Oh, the bard.
Frick. Oh my god, this is gonna drive me crazy. I'm like
Sorry,
spacing on it.
wait, let me look my NPCs up.
That was Hollyhead, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
right.
that's in my 2 books back, I think. I don't want to get my
A teal.
books.
A teal.
There.
Got it.
teal.
Teal.
Look at you.
I'll go update her on life. What's happening?
Okay.
Where I am. All that fun stuff.
That sounds like you've had some journeys. I'm currently at your tower, of your new home. I was not aware that you had left, with you and your friends. So, I am. Is it okay if I stay here for a while?
Of course, yeah. We're on an escort mission happening. We're escorting a
Oh.
queen, but we
Oh,
have run into some
Sam.
issues. What?
Sam is really bad at this spy shit.
I'm talking to her personally one-on-one. I'm not talking to any of you.
I know, but I'm not hearing you.
But you are
Yeah.
okay? You and your friends?
Yes, we are fine.
Good. This is good. Well, I will be at your residence for a bit. I'll let you know if I plan on leaving. I think I will be taking a trip to Hollyhead soon. They are putting together a group of individuals to examine where that residence of that particular mage might have disappeared to. So
Who is they?
the Zehefe and the Brecht family are putting together a joint expedition of sorts. Albin had reached out to me when he heard I was coming to town, and I made some inquiries, and I figured I would join.
Okay, well, give them our best.
I shall. Good luck to all of you.
Thanks.
Speak to you later.
Bye.
And the connection kind of finishes.
Terrible. Terrible, terrible. You need to take queen out of your vocabulary. Terrible. Terrible, terrible.
So anybody else want to do anything before the long rest?
Hmm.
Make sure you've
Murder
leveled up.
Sam.
And go ahead and hit that long
17,
rest
right?
button. Yep.
Woo.
Adjust your spells. indicate. Did we ever roll for hit points?
I did.
I did.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I think I got a 7.
I'm gonna look at spells though. I want all these things.
I got mass heal.
Ooh.
Exciting.
That's 700 hit points to divide between people.
Oh, that is intense.
It's pretty boss. So with that, all of you get in your long rest. Wake up the following morning to the distinct sound of, well, maybe not, because I haven't been able to get into it lately. I can't log into my YouTube account right now.
What? Weird.
Well, supposedly they're having a login issue with YouTube, and I've been trying to log into it. Oh, it's back. Hoorah. Give me 1 second. Yay. I refresh the page. There it is. I've been trying to clean up my lists a little bit. And that Michael Gelfi, man, he drops a lot of new stuff these days. It's kind of cool.
Drop it like it's hot.
Drop it like it's hot.
No, not the combat music. No.
Oh, it sounds like we're in trouble. Combat music.
Not ominous droning combat music. No, we're gonna die.
You guys wake up the following morning to the sounds of a city just waking up. You can hear carts and foot traffic and people outside of the main door entrance into this magical space. You come down into the main feasting hall, and it's strange. The few windows that are here, the curtains are now drawn open, and you can see out onto the city streets. You can see people moving back and forth. You can see that it has all the appearance of a very kind of like run down, simple kind of part of the city of Zadash that it's in. But it's strange. It's almost as if they don't notice the windows or notice the space. It's definitely got magical overtones of its effect, but for the most part, leaves you undisturbed to enjoy your morning. What would you guys like to do?
Oh yeah, we were in Rexitrim, right? We weren't in Zadash.
You
No,
were
we
in
were in
Trotzenwald.
Trotzenwald.
Now you're in Zadash.
I know, but we were in the capital because we had to go down and take care of that big huge beast, right? So we were in Rexitrim, right? Or
No, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
when we had to get that beast and kill that thing for the Bright Queen and get the.
Oh God, no! That was over in the Zorhashian wastes. That was way out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
That-
we saw her in her kingdom, and then her throne and everything, and then we went down these stairs and we fought that massively huge beast.
Yeah,
right?
that
That
was
was
in
in
the
Jordas.
vault. But Rexentrim isn't her capital.
Oh, I thought it was
Rexentrim is
capital of
Rexentrim's the capital of the Morrow Valley.
Okay.
In fact,
know what I'm talking
Rexentrim
about.
is 2 days north of Zadash.
Okay. So this is not her kingdom, or yes?
No.
No.
Okay. I don't know what the hell I'm talking
Okay.
about.
Okay.
Okay,
Now I know where
okay.
I am. Okay.
All right, sorry.
Okay.
Just trying to orient myself.
Gotta learn that fake geography.
Yeah.
Yeah, learn that fantasy geography.
Right? I know more about
hell? Shit.
this place than I
Who are you
do
what the helling?
Riverside.
Oh.
Was that everyone or just me?
What?
Are you breaking up?
Yeah.
No, you
Yeah, a
seem
little bit.
fine.
You did it a little
No,
bit
it-
ago. You jumped a little bit, but you're
I
fine.
don't know. Mara and I, where we are, it's like super crazy windy right now, so our internet might cut out. I'm surprised that it hasn't cut out previously. Last night and tonight, it's like stupid windy out.
Okay.
Stupid windy.
Yeah.
I'm scared it's gonna pull up my giant 10-foot trampoline and push it over the fence.
Ooh.
Like it's that bad. Not even joking.
Wow.
Yeah, it gets pretty windy down here too.
It's Crazy.
Yeah, it's been windy at our
So
place.
if my internet craps out, that's why.
And then we will call it a night if you're and Feltish disappear on us. The Zarshashian queen is awake. She seems to be in quiet thought, reading a book over in a chair by a window. Sees all of you come down one at a time. She looks over. So, what are our next steps? What are our moves? What do we do?
I was just going to ask you the same question.
Well, now we're going to keep going on with the road trip. You want to see
Well,
the
Don't we,
road
don't we
next
need
night?
to find some horses or something?
Well,
I
if
mean,
we
Go ahead.
continue to travel, we'll have to find accommodations if we stick to the original plan. I'm still not expected to be in my capital city for some time. I still have a week worth of journeying I'm free to do before we reach our final destination. I believe the next stop is Rexentrum, the capital city of the Morrow. And then from there, jumping off over to the border regions and then to the back home for me.
Well, have
Yeah.
you been to the city before? Did you want to like put on a hood and explore?
Zadash I'm relatively familiar with. I thought maybe we'd take this opportunity to refit and maybe procure things we might need or learn more information.
Shopping.
There are large portions of the city still in the process of being rebuilt, from my understanding. But there are some areas still intact. I figure acquire either more horses and find our way towards Rexentrum at some point.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
I need to resupply with some bullets.
I do believe that this house is currently located in the Penta Market. There are probably opportunities for you here. There's the Sparkhammer Smithy. There's also a local candy shop nearby. There's the Grace
Candy?
of the Wilds. And then there's a place called Suvo's Secrets that could possibly interest you. The Interstead Sprawl is still under vast repairs, as that took quite the beating. There's the Outer Steads, and then there's the Trispire as well. But my understanding is a good portion of the Trispire is under repairs as well. We have access to the Silken Terrace, for the most part. That is... Oh, and I believe... well, I would have to see if Trispire is open. There is a clothing company there we could visit. There's a place called the Packwares Provisions. There's another place called the Wares and Ends. But for now, I'm going to leave you to it for the day. I am going to go visit the Umber Dungeon. Evidently, there's someone I know within the jails of Zadash, and I want to see why they are there. So enjoy your stay or your day. Feel free to come and go as you wish from the safe house. And she just smiles and walks out the main door. As she opens it, you can hear the clatter of moving traffic going back and forth. And as she closes it, it kind of minimizes a bit.
So where do we want to go, guys?
I
Shopping?
mean, like candy shop.
We can go to the candy shop, but we do need to reprovision with the horses and saddles and stuff.
Sure.
We can do
I
that.
liked my horse. I gave her a name. She was
Yeah.
a
You
good
did.
pony.
I'll have to give the other one a different name.
Should we see if they have like a cool magic shop?
Yeah, we
I'm
should
down.
see if they have a cool
I'll
magic
follow
shop.
whatever you guys want to do.
Let's go check out cool magic shop.
Cool.
And a
Finally
bookstore. I
blood.
want to find a bookstore.
And Veltish, for some reason, wants a bookstore. Veltish, you don't strike me as someone who reads all that much.
She reads like all the time.
Literally always have a book in my hand if we're not moving.
And they're like tethered to her body with like little strings and leather
Put my book
straps.
away and be like, "Are you? Have we met?"
There's like a bullet hole in one of the books from where Tobias missed.
You have a bullet hole in your book.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. It makes me sad.
Do you want me to try mending?
No, it's okay. I already read that one.
Okay.
So it's
I mean, it won't make the book explode. It's fine.
No, we don't need to mend it. It's okay.
I haven't exploded a book in forever.
What? Why would you ever explode a book?
It was an accident.
Fair enough. I've had a few of those.
All right. So
Shopping!
let's go shopping. Ivar hates this.
Here we go.
It's his
Are you gonna shop
favorite.
with us?
Huh?
You gonna shop with us?
Bias, you wanna
Yeah, I'm gonna go shop with you ladies.
Dyson, are you
Dyson, are we
shopping?
hanging out or no? Do
I
you want magic stuff?
mean, I already got plenty of magic stuff.
Dyson's gonna investigate the order of
Do
the
you want
aspect,
candy?
find out more information, and report back to us.
Fine, I'll come with you.
Because that's what he does. Oh, he's gonna go shopping with us. Good.
And as I'm walking, I'm walking by
Yay.
Tobias, and I'm gonna lean down next to him. Tobias,
Yeah.
Tobias,
Yes.
what's your favorite color?
Right now it's black. I'm in
Black?
mourning for my ship.
All
Is there a
right,
reason?
that's enough. I'm gonna go back to walking.
That's literally it.
Yeah,
For the first time, you kind of like caused Dyson to like.
Yeah, you know, like he
Okay.
didn't even say he didn't have a comeback. I thought it was gonna be a joke.
I thought it was, you're gonna actually tell me your real favorite color. Not I'm in mourning.
I'm actually going out to shop. I'm getting an all black highwayman's outfit. So
Highwayman's outfit.
yes.
Kinky.
So as you guys, as you guys step out the front door, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Ooh, I'm good at those.
Ooh.
Come on,
is
Dice.
it.
Closer to me than you were yesterday.
19 plus what was it? Perception?
Perception.
26.
Holy crap! My perception
9.
went up.
Got my nose in the book.
25.
26. I'm looking
Okay.
around.
Perception. Oh my god. My perception went up.
So did mine.
Must be
20,
that proficiency score.
27.
Oh yeah.
Samesies. No.
Dice.
I notice a
Yeah.
gnat landing on another gnat.
Oh, hold on.
I notice a gnat landing on the 3-story building
Asborn
5 blocks
waves
away.
to everybody saying that she'll stay behind.
I got an 11.
Okay. Thyson and Feltish, you aren't really paying overt attention, but for the other three, more than capable of filling in the gaps. Once you step outside that door and look behind you, it is simply a very small 1-story structure that looks to be like almost a common residence, like maybe somebody would live in the space. And in the front is what appears to be a humanoid or a human figure. Whether it's real or not, it's hard to tell. Just kind of rocking in a chair back and forth, reading a book and just nodding at you as you leave. As people walk by, just nods at the people as they walk by. You get the feeling that this is all just some kind of elaborate cover for the structure. But stepping out into this district, you begin to realize that you're in the Penta Market. Fire, the first thing you notice is that off to your right, there is a shop that kind of piques your interest. It's called Jane's Mystical Vault. And then for you, Tobias, off to your left, you can see the place that she was speaking to earlier,
Suvo Secrets.
called the Spark Hammer Smithy.
Oh, Smart Hammer Smithy. Okay.
And you can hear the works of bellows and forges being worked on. And then for you, Samara, in the middle of the Penta Market is a 3-story towered structure called the Wellesian Academy of Study. It looks to be like either like almost like a library kind of situation, and you can see people passing in and out of the front doors. There's very kind of like gaudy and like obvious statues dedicated to obviously important people that you have no idea who they are. The garden space seems to be a place that everybody can sit and read, and people are like coming in and out. Otherwise, everywhere is just either common kind of like tables and kiosks set up, the occasional gypsy wagon or vardo set up for purposes of trading in wares and common goods. What do you guys want to do?
I want to go
Guys,
to that
guys,
academy and look up
I want
Order of the Aspect.
Okay.
the mystical shop. I'm going to the mystical shop.
I'm going to the smithy.
Porn, research, magic things.
I have
I'll go
books.
look at magic things. You go research.
Okay, I'm gonna research.
Okay.
So
Tobias?
Feltish and Samara are going to the Wellesian Academy. Fire, you're heading over to Veronica's vault. Tobias, what do you want to do?
Oh, see if they have a really cool sword or something, like a big axe or.
Okay.
I want to go to the smithy and check out and see if they have any kind of like firearm related equipment.
Okay, so you head over to the Spark Hammer Smithing. Thyson, what do you want to do?
I don't know. What do I want to do?
What was the academy name again?
The
Wellesian.
Wellesian Academy.
Yeah, I'll go there.
So Samara, Feltish, and Thyson head for the Wellesian Academy. Fire is heading over to the vault, Jane's mystical vault. While Tobias is going over to the the Spark Hammer Smithy. So Tobias, you peel off from the others, and you step into the Spark Hammer Smithy. There is a very young, kind of daughterish looking human. She's got very short cropped brown hair. There's a very tall, kind of like brawny looking human type, very much the blacksmith, kind of working the bellows and working at his trade. Hanging all around you are very either simple weaponry, in some cases hanging up higher in the ceiling, weapons and armaments that look a little bit more advanced than the others. There's a variety here. You even see a 6 foot tall weapons rack that has rifles leaning up in them, and you can see shelves of pistols, and then like large barrels of powder and bullet varieties of all sort. It's a large smithy. There's 2 or 3 operating forges. The man kind of sees you come in and turns and goes, "Is that something I can help you with?"
Yes. I'm looking for some bullets for my firearms and maybe perhaps take a look at your most advanced firearms.
Most advanced, you say, eh?
Yes.
But come on in.
May I even say experimental, like maybe exploding your hand experimental. Whatever you got, something like that, something advanced.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. I will give you a persuasion check. Persuasion. Still suck at that, but... Oh, totally suck at that. Yeah, I get like an 8.
8? I don't really dabble in experimental.
Actually, it'd be a
items.
10 because I get jack of all trades, so a 10.
A 10?
Yeah.
I am not aware that I have any particular items of trade. Of the experimental kind. I do have some advanced armaments, if you are so interested. Not anything quite as fancy as those pistols that you are wearing.
Mm-hmm.
I do trade in magically infused bullets if you require them.
Yes, I do.
I do have powders. I even stock a magically infused black powder that might interest you. And then I do have some possibly long rifles that may, although you are quite short, so I don't know if the fit would work for you. They are quite long. Please come over here and look at what I have.
Okay.
As you step over to the side. Now, is this powder here? If you use this on your weaponry, your pistols or your rifles, it will give you an extra 100 feet of range. You would be very cautious to use it in pistols. If you overpack your pistol, the pistol could explode. So I would normally reserve this kind of powder for your rifles if you have access to rifles.
I will soon, because I'm probably going to buy one from you.
Well, that's good to know. Now, these particular bullets here, when you use them, they turn to shards of ice midway towards their target. I call them glacier bullets.
Okay.
I can sell you 200 rounds of those for about 100 gold.
Sold.
Are you interested in the powder, perchance?
Yes.
I can sell you 100 rounds worth of the powder for 125 gold.
Sold.
And over here, my rifles. I cannot compete with your pistols. Those clearly look very masterfully made. However, I do have two particular rifles you might find interested. Now, in this one here, this one was imported directly from a location called Whitestone, and it was built by a very young, promising engineer that's been working with these things for some time now. I cannot remember his name, but that is okay. This rifle...
Is it Percy? Is it Percy?
I don't... if you were there, I guess
I'm not there.
Matter, but, however, the rifle itself, normal rifles only get up to maybe a certain amount of range. This rifle will give you doubles the range of a normal rifle, and in combination with the use of the powder that I've sold you, you could even extend that range even more. Now, here's a really neat gadget here. You see this bottom loop thing here. You pull this down. This allows you to pack up to 2 rounds. So with this rifle, you can easily get off 2 shots per action if you choose to use it.
Yes. How much is that?
This one is 200 platinum.
That's 5. No, what is that?
That's 2,000 gold.
2,000 gold.
gold. Okay. Okay.
Tobias, don't spend all our money.
Well, it's his money.
Plenty. It's my money.
My money.
I got money. Okay, so what's that rifle called?
It is called the Longview.
Okay. What's it damages? What damages it do?
Vince goes, spend it.
Spend it. Yeah, I totally want to get a headshot on that freaking mage. Now you won't even see me on the board. Where are you at? I'm 3,000 yards away. What damage does it do?
Standard damages. Yeah, it's damages standard for rifles.
Okay.
It's one of the
but it's
list.
double the range of a rifle?
Yeah, it's all about improved range.
Okay. I just gotta look that up. Okay, so let's see. What do you have in huge, massive battle axes?
Well, I do have equipment like that. Some designed for those of dwarf lineage, and those that are the masters of combat, like barbarians and fighters, and those that wield great weapons. It depends. I have war axes, war hammers. I have mauls. I have many heavy weaponry.
Veltish, what have I seen you using? Is it a massive 2-handed weapon, or is it just?
I've been using a one-handed weapon.
Okay, so one-handed battle axe, massive battle axe.
That is inconsistent with the idea of a battle axe. I
have the ability to do two-handed, but I can't.
Okay, great. So two-handed. All right. So what do you got in two-handed?
Well,
my friend's looking for one.
I have currently, because of the normal conditions that require that we report on such things. I do have a two-handed battle axe. It is mastercraft. It gains you +3 to hit, +3 for damage. And you can use what we call a bonus action pommel strike. You see here this implement that I put at the very bottom of the handle. It's a purposely built spike. So you can turn the handle up and use it as a weapon, as a bonus action. That is probably the most highest quality item that I have. I can let that go for 3,600 gold.
Oh, well, I can't spend all our money. Just kidding. All right, 3,600 gold. All right. Okay.
If Veltish was here, she'd be drooling just a little bit.
All right, I will get that for Veltish as a present. Let's see. Samara's got a kick-ass weapon. Fire's got a kick-ass weapon.
Do I?
I don't have a kick-ass weapon, I don't think, but I don't really use weapons. I use spells.
Yeah, don't you
Exactly,
have
me
that-
too.
Wasn't your
Don't you
staff
have
do
that
something
staff?
cool?
Do I have a cool staff?
She forgets. The wild mother gave it to you, didn't she?
2 years.
How
Playing
soon they
together for almost
forget.
2
My
years.
brain is
And the
fried,
funny
man.
part is the very first thing Sam says when we get on, oh, let me get out my character sheet.
Yeah. Obviously, she hasn't looked at it in a while.
Attuned, staff to sword, versatile. +3 to hit, plus damage, same damage as staff.
Yes.
What do you got in
Kick-ass
staffs?
Well, that's a kick-ass
I
staff.
do not trade in those. I've got simple iron shod staves that I often sell to pilgrims and travelers, but nothing of advanced state.
Yeah, they're a crude weapon for a crude people, but just thought I'd ask.
Well, it's always good to ask. You never know what someone has.
All right. So that's what other magic rounds do you have? You have ice rounds. Do you have so the bullet hits and it causes a disintegrate spell to occur?
I do
thus
not.
disintegrating the target.
I don't know what you do for a living, but no, I do not have those types of
Disintegrate.
bullets. No.
Nope. All right. So just the ice rounds, huh?
That's just bare minimum of what I have. Most of what I tend to get, I have to send off to the service assembly.
Why you send it to them?
I don't sell it to them. They are responsible for all magical items within the Empire, and they are based out of Zadash, based out of Vexenthrum, and they keep all very powerful magical items in their vaults.
So if you make a magic item, then you have to give it to
I
them?
don't necessarily make magic items. I do make mastercrafted items that from time to time I may bargain with other folks that have the ability to make them into magic items, but sometimes I merely trade my masterworks for already enchanted items for those that travel by my shop. It just kind of depends.
So you know somebody that could perhaps enchant my rifle?
There's a good opportunity that you could make inquiries over at Jane's mystical vault. Perhaps she can enchant your weaponry. Sometimes we do trades, but mostly we do trades for masterwork items that I don't actually know what she does with them.
Okay. So 5,825 gold pieces later, I come out of the shop.
So for you, Fire, as you
5,825.
walk up the short steps to the entrance of Jan's vault, there are people coming and going. Most people that are a lot of the people coming and going look to be dressed like traders or the kind of folks that deal in exotic goods, and they don't look like locals. So you get the feeling these are people possibly passing through to do trades here. As you walk into the entrance, the shop is a organized chaos, to say the least. And it seems to be little bits of every kind of exotic wear you could think of. There's even a small area for like exotic spices and foods off to your right. You can see little small containers and small displays of very exotic, unique looking items. There's glass orbs kind of in the upper rafters hanging from chains with different colored glowing lights that kind of give the upper like portion of the interior roof space some extra light. And over beyond what looks to be like a main counter, there are people mingling and kind of wandering about, taking books and looking at them, or taking weird tchotchkes and looking at them. You can see a thin kind of male Zimian shopkeep, very long braided blackish hair, just a kind of bare mustache on their lip, very small spectacles on their nose, and has a very thin kind of gaunt look about them. He looks up from his reading of his book that he has in his hand. Yes, what can I do for you? What are your requirements?
I'm just looking around, browsing, seeing what you got.
Remember, your eyes are for the looking, your fingers are for the picking. Do not touch my shit.
Okay. So I'm gonna
Nice guy.
not necessarily put the goggles on completely, but like kind of look, because I don't want to get blinded again. Look through and see if there's any that are. I mean,
Give
is everything
me
okay?
investigation with advantage as you do that.
Okay. Investigation. Why investigation? My perception is so much better.
You know, the drawback, I'm enjoying taking a break from contacts, but the drawback is my headset pressures on my glasses.
It's why I have the earbud.
Feel the bruise growing on the side of my head.
I got an 18.
18? There's a handful of objects that look interesting to you. The first one you notice looks to be like a jar of fireflies at first. It's definitely emanating a magical resonance of enchantment. But as you look closer, there's a label underneath them, and they're referred to as insect lights. And then,
lights?
yeah, it's very strange. And the insects themselves inside the jar don't look normal. There's something odd about them. You also look off to your right, and in a display case, you can see a small metallic skull kind of floating in the display case. It is emanating kind of like a necrotic energy or magical effect. Beyond that, you can see on a small table with dozens of rings, at least 2 of the rings are glowing with enchantments. One ring seems to be a very delicately crafted vine representation coursing around the wing. The other one looks to be a series of small skulls kind of emblazoned around it with a small like ruby stone on the surface of it. Other than that, everything else here looks nice, but these are the ones that seem to stand out to you the most.
I'm gonna go look at the small skull closer. Floating skull.
You kind of stare at it. It's strange. Skull. And you linger there just long enough.
Sign?
There's no particular sign, but you hear a voice from behind you. Yes, see that you're interested in that skull.
It's floating.
Yes. It is. It has magical properties of a sort. I mostly keep it as a decoration and have tried to sell to such. I have to be honest with you. I don't even know what it really does.
Does it hurt you if you touch it?
I have never touched it. It arrived in the display case like that. I just thought it was an interesting piece, almost like a piece of artwork to a certain degree.
Huh. How much do you want for it?
500 gold and you can take it.
Do I have to take the display case too?
Well, that's the container that it is in. I have no desire to keep either.
How big is the display case?
About the
I'm
size of,
asking you.
yeah, it's about the size of a bread box, and the little skull is just like
Oh,
floating
okay.
inside of it.
All right. And what are insect lights?
Oh, those are very neat. I got them from a traveling fur bug. His name was Pumatso. He sold these to me. So what's really neat about this is when you unscrew the jar, you can pull out one of the fireflies and throw it into a room. And when you do, it explodes. And for the next minute, the room is lit up like daylight for up to 60 feet.
Oh.
And I do believe he
Insect.
stated that the jar was never ending as long as once a day you put a piece of rotting meat inside the jar.
Oh. It has to be rotting?
That's the instructions that the furball gave me, yes.
Weird. Cool. Okay. How much is that one?
That is 1,000 gold. It's a sophisticated item. I purchased it for 700.
You
You
gotta
know,
make
I
your money.
I would like to make a profit.
Okay. And then I'm gonna go over and look at the rings.
Okay. I mean, there's at least 2-3 dozen rings here you're looking through, and there's the two that you eyed before, one's wrapped in ivy kind of representation, like metal. It's all fine silver and inlaid gold. The other one is all silver, and the skulls are inlaid platinum with a ruby affixed to it. And he goes, yes. So the one ring there, the one with the ivy leaves, that is the ring of vine crawl. When you wear this ring, you can summon up to a 40 feet length of vine, and you can use it to ascend, descend. It's an interesting ring. The other one is a ring of speak with dead.
Cool.
Yeah, I would like to unload that one. I am not. If I don't sell it soon and make a profit, I have to turn it over to the assembly, and I really don't want to.
How much is that one for?
That one is 1,200 gold.
1,200. And how much
Haggle.
is the ring of vine?
Haggle.
The ring of vine is 600 gold.
600 gold.
And oh my goodness, did you hear that bird that was coughing? I hope it is okay.
Buy it. No.
It's everywhere here.
Adding things up. Hold on. I'm not saying this out loud.
Metabirds, buy it. Just kidding.
Met a bird. I met a bird once. They kept telling me all the stories.
Okay, so if I buy like the jar of fireflies and the wrapped vines, or the jar of vine, or ring of Callista can speak, really she can. Okay, so the insect lights jar, and the ring of vine crawl, and the ring of speak with dead. Would you throw in the floating skull for free?
If you buy all 3 of those, absolutely, you can take that thing off my hands.
Cool. Okay, then, yeah, I would like all of them, please.
Okay. So the Ring of Speak with Dead is good for 3 charges. So it has 3 charges on
recharged?
it has to be recharged.
Get charged daily.
No, it has to be recharged. It is a sophisticated
Can they be cast
item.
into it? Can it be cast
It's not
into
storing,
it? Yeah.
no. It is not spell storing.
3 charges.
Yep.
Is it like 3 charges and then it's done?
He
3 charges
doesn't
and then it
know
has to
for
be-
sure, but chances are if you can find a powerful enough enchanter, you could get it recharged.
Right.
I mean, I don't
Okay,
think
and
we're
then
going to
the
come
ring of
across
vine
that
crawl?
many dead that we're going to have to talk to.
Honestly, I have the spell.
The Ring of Vine Crawl does not require attunement. Allows you to produce a vine or a bridge of vines that can either be used singularly or as a walkway of up to 40 feet.
Or a bridge of vines. Nice.
And then the insect lights.
Mhm.
You can pull out a single insect up to 3 per day, toss it up to 60 feet away, and then it will illuminate that space up to 60 foot in radius.
3
And
per
as long
day,
as
throw
you
it.
feed the insects, they will continue to spawn. If you do not, they will dissipate and the item will become useless.
Okay.
What do you feed them?
Feed rotten meat.
Gross.
Feed rotten meat once per day. Or they die.
Where is the rotten meat store, sir?
So, Feltish, Thyson, and Samara, you approach the Wellesian Academy entrance. You go through the garden space, up the stairs, past all the Sararosta statuary of dedication around you. As you enter into the academy, it is very purposely built in a 3-story structure. It looks like it's a combination of maybe an old guard tower and a small bastion or keep of sorts, and then added on to create the 3rd floor. You can see just 2 sets of stairs that are on the side of the walls that lead up into the other levels. And looking up, you can see that it's just continuous banisters of shelving and books of all sorts. On the main floor that you're on, there are lots of cloistered areas where people have checked out books or are currently in the process of reading, studying, making notes. There's maybe 6 or 7 tables to your right, maybe 4 or 5 tables to your left. Most are full with people that are in study or in kind of like transcription and transcribing of information. The entire space that gives you access to the stairwells is kind of cordoned off by a series of banister and podiums. And standing there is a elderly gentleman with very short cropped white hair, a short kind of like grayish beard, looks up at the 3 of you. Ah, yes, is there something I can do for you? Do you require study time? Transcript time? What is it that you are in need of?
I think we're in need of some research time, study, I suppose.
What subject matter, please?
Do I just straight up say it?
That's what you're good at.
I know. We are looking into the history of certain social orders, specifically the Order of the Aspect.
Ah, Order of the Aspect. Guilds and mercantile orders that deal in the business acumen. You can find that information. I don't know if we have specific information on them particularly, but if you go to the 3rd floor into the green section, most of the histories of the merchants and mercantiles that we use can be located there.
I'd also like information about a type of stone. What did we say it was, Valtish? It was like a transportation stone or something. The black stones.
Transmutation.
Transmutation, was that what it was?
No, were they like gateway?
Transmutation stones.
I'd like information about that.
Transmutation resources, entities, and oddities that can be found on the 2nd floor in the blue section.
Thank you. Valtish or Thyson?
Do I get the impression that people, once they're in the stacks, are like hyper monitored, or would I be able to wander?
You're gonna be stealing shit.
Give me an Arcana check.
Oh,
You see a blood trail.
Arcana? That.
She's gonna try and steal some shit and get it kicked out.
So I have a +9 to Arcana for some reason. I got a 27.
There's no doubt this place is probably heavily glyphed for protection purposes. You're
So
probably likely to be monitored.
I don't want to I'm not planning on stealing anything.
No.
I just want to wander aimlessly and see what interests me. without having to like.
The way
tell
he
him I wanna look at
describes floors and sections, you get the feeling that that's what you're allowed to go to,
it. Okay.
retrieve what you need, pay the fee, and then go do the study.
Boo. Okay.
Dyson, anything in particular you were interested in studying?
Yes. Just over there. You got a library? Big library.
That's what we're in.
Standing in it.
Oh, shit. I thought you'd have a bigger one. Yeah, no, I just need this place. Just need to go look around a little bit.
Unfortunately, we are not a
Sparrows.
place for the wanderer. You merely tell me your subject matter you're looking for. You're allowed access to that point, retrieve what you need. You can then use the study sections to make your transcribes and gather your information. We charge 10 gold per hour.
Do you have any information on like the 9 hells?
Religious studies, second floor, yellow section.
Thanks.
Good catch, Beltish.
One second.
Yeah, that sounds like Hemet.
That was intense.
My ship's here. Where's it at?
I require
Attunement.
to look at your books upon planar activities and planar knowledge.
Planar travel, celestial travel, and the study of the gateways of interplanar existence. That would be on the 3rd floor in the pink section.
You color coded it.
Yes. It seems to be the easiest way to manage this, since there's not a lot of me to go around.
Well, thank you. Do we pay you now?
No,
Or-
please enter, go to your sections, your prescribed sections, look for what you need, and then once you find what you think you need, come and pay me the 10 gold for your first hour. If you require assistance in transcription and transcribing, you can also pay for some of our animated objects that will allow to do the transcriptions for you as you read, or you can do them yourself. If you go with the assistance, it's an additional 5 gold.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna head up to the 2nd floor.
Asborn.
I feel better after my nap.
Oh, it's Asborn! Yay!
I don't qualify 6 hours of sleep as a nap, but
Hey, when you haven't had more than 4 in like 2 weeks, it's a something.
It's
Crazy.
something.
Well, welcome.
my brother, you signed up for the competition.
No, it's not even that. It's work and school right now. It's a bit rough.
I know that mantra.
Oh,
So, Samara, Thyson, and Feltish, give me investigation checks for your relative areas that you want to go study.
Oh no, I'm not fucking doing this shit. I'm gonna go ask someone nearby. Where's the bathroom?
Jesus.
I need a leak. Take a leak.
It's gonna get us arrested.
The bathrooms are out in the common quarters of the access to the roads. We do not maintain latrines internally in this building.
Never mind. I don't need to piss anymore. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go to the pink section.
I got a 14 for investigating the 2nd floor blue section.
Okay.
I got a 17 for yellow.
Okay. Dyson,
Yeah. Well, I really don't care what I find, but
what's your first object to study there, Samara?
I got
Uh,
a 20.
first
by
one
the
for
way.
me is the transmutation stone.
Yep. 21 for Thyson. So, Samara, as you kind of look through these books and these stacks of everything that you come across, there's one particular journal that you immediately gravitate towards. And it seems to be a mage's journal about the use of transmutation elements and the evaluation of transmutation occurrences. And it seems to be a book that describes specifically that the art of transmutation can be utilized within many different spell casting or arcana like uses. Specifically, transmutation stones or transmutation material is usually something that's already been touched by a bit of magic or is a harbinger of already having certain magical elements involved, and often utilized as a way to be put inside of constructs or used alongside those that maybe who have expired, and use the arcane elements trapped within the transmutation stone to kind of control an outcome or lend animus to a constructed item as part of an anchor to creating like golems and items like that.
Or undead, you said? Or, I mean, dead?
Possibly. That's one use.
Okay. I'm going to take my mental notes and then go up to the 3rd floor and look at the green section.
Okay, give me an investigation check for that one. Feltish, you are currently looking at the 9 betrayer gods.
No, actually.
Oh, that was Samara, right?
No, I'm looking at the 9 hells.
Oh, the 9 hells. Okay. You're in the you're in the religion section.
Right. And I'm happy to glance at like tierling and stuff like that, but I'm actually looking for something different.
What specifically are you looking for?
I'm looking for lineages.
Lineages as they are related to the betrayer gods and the source material of tieflings, or most of the information that you're coming across is either general history information or lore information related to the supposed understanding of the origin of the tiefling lineage, depending on their link or association with different betrayer god's existence or the source of a betrayer god's power within the 9 different levels. A lot of what you're coming across is assumption, a little bit of urban myth, but there is some kernels of truth into the fact that a lot of these different levels of hellish existence have direct links to lineages, either bloodborne or magically bloodborne, or possibly coming into existence through something called the consumption of a soul stone. And some of the information you come across is that when
Your mag's wigging out, Dad.
Oh, it is? How's that?
Yeah.
Better?
Yeah, much better. You got
Okay.
it in.
I think I was leaning backwards too far.
Yeah.
Some of which comes from the idea that consuming a soul stone is one way of tieflings coming into their lineage existence. The idea of being associated to Despater or Zarel or any of the main 9 betrayer gods that are considered the keepers of their realms. And, you know, most of the research material seems to agree that the majority of tieflings that come into existence into the material plane are usually cast out from their plane of existence within the 9 levels because either they don't fit in or they get struck with the wanderlust and they want to see more of the material plane, or they fall out of favor of the bloodline that they are part of. But the information is spotty at best, almost as if this is a cursory kind of glimmer into the idea of tiefling. The one that strikes you interesting, though, is that there are some tiefling that are modeled with different blood relationships, and these things are usually kind of linked to either multiple representation of lineage within their own tiefling bloodline, or possibly a humanoid mixed bloodline could cause it as well. And this causes you to believe that, you know, this creates what's called mutations within the lineage line. But that's pretty much all you pick up on.
Okay. I'm gonna take as many as I can like carry down to the transcription room and
Okay.
start.
Copying all that over. Fair enough. Thyson, you find a very detailed section on celestial and arcane planetary or interplanar travel. It mostly resembles stuff that you've read before. There is one particular book called Constant Understanding of the Gateways. And this book is dedicated to the idea of teleportation circles.
Wow, cool. Anyways, I'm gonna go look around the corner, see if there's any students sitting around here.
You're on the 3rd level, correct?
Yeah.
There's no seating on these 3 levels. All the seating is down on the 1st level.
Well, any of them like walking around near
You
where
see
I
a
am?
couple. Your passive is high enough. You could see a couple that are currently like kind of looking through the bookcases and trying to figure out and find books that they are interested in.
All right, I'm gonna go find the most gullible one.
I'm walking up to the 3rd floor as well. Can I stop whatever shenanigans he's planning?
What's your passive perception now, Samara?
Passive 17.
17. I would say the only thing you notice is that as you're up on the 3rd, you're watching as Thyson is kind of casually walking back down to the 1st tier as he's like just looking at the crowd of students. Thyson, give me an insight check.
Okay. That's an 18.
18. Gullible is not something that's just a label on a forehead. Youth is usually a good indicator of somebody easily to manipulate. There are 2 very young kind of maybe students of sort, hard to tell for sure, who are sitting at a table. They seem to be very busy transcribing something from a book and sharing very kind of like quiet conversation, but they appear to be very young Zimian, like, teenagers.
All right, I'm gonna casually approach them and ask, hello, my fine friends. I was just here wandering around. I'm a little lost, if you couldn't tell. I'm a substitute teacher filling in for someone. Is there any way that you could help me find where I'm supposed to be right now?
I'm sorry, sir, but where are you supposed to be? What school do you require assistance with?
I require assistance with the school of... I'm thinking through my brain what this place is called.
The School of Rock.
You're in the Wesleyan Academy, yes?
Yes, the Wesleyan
Wesleyan.
Academy, of course.
Wellsian.
The
Wellsian. I'm sorry, it's my first day.
Clearly.
Just wondering where Mr. I'm like saying like Mr. Like I'm trying to voice out a name without actually saying the name because I don't know any of their names.
Give me
To
a
get them,
deception check really
Looking
quick,
for some
please.
confirmation on a name.
Yeah, give me a deception check.
Ooh, that's very good. That's a 21.
21. You glance down and you notice that their study materials, there's a name on their study materials. Somebody that goes by the name of Happian.
Is Happian the name I'm looking for? Are they out right now?
Madam Happian, she is, I believe, across the street over in her residential. She is our tutor. Is that who you are looking for?
Yes, definitely. This is going nowhere fast.
I feel like
Samara,
telling him
you're hearing this whole conversation at this point, Samara.
I feel like telling him what I tell my dog in real life, which is step away from whatever bad thing you're about to do.
He's going to listen about as much as your dog listens too.
Fair point.
I I want to find my book, but afterwards I'll go. After I find it, I'll saunter over and see what he's doing.
Okay. You could pick up little bits and bobs of the conversation.
No, it wasn't that. My main thing here is, I believe a teacher called out sick today, and I am here to fill in for them, but I don't have the current notes of their person's name or homeroom. And I was wondering if you knew of any of your teachers or of your friends' teachers that were out, because that might be it. That would help me.
I'm sorry, sir, but we do not have teachers. We have tutors.
Oh my god. Okay. Weirdos!
We are not academy students. We are under tutorship. The academy that you used to teach here, the main university outside of town, that's been closed for some time. Almost everything is now completely controlled by the assembly, and we are only allowed tutorship.
There's tutorship. You don't have like a headmaster. You don't have a dean. You don't have any of that. You just have some tutors.
We have patrons and tutors that report to their patrons, but other than that, sir, I'm sorry, we are not very sophisticated, I'm afraid.
Jesus Christ, your school sucks.
We don't have a school. I don't know what you mean by this school thing you keep saying.
Don't worry about it. It's okay. I'm just gonna walk back down.
Dyson,
What?
what are you doing?
I was gonna go pretend to be a teacher for a day. It was gonna be fun, but they don't
I
have
don't
those.
have any teachers.
Yeah, it's weird.
So why didn't you say you were looking for a tutor?
I don't want to be a tutor. That's dumb.
Thing, it's just a different whatever.
No, I want to be called professor for like a day.
Okay, Professor, could you go talk to Veltish and help her out with her research? We need to find out. Are we just like we just left the Nine Hells behind?
Fine. I'm gonna go down there sluggishly.
I'm gonna
You
go
join
try
her
and find my
at
book
one
about
of
the
her-
guild.
I don't get to have any fun.
You join her at one of the
Very
cloistered
loudly.
study tables, and the two of you kind of drone over the books. You're muted, Veltish.
There are many, many books piled around.
Yeah. Tobias, did you want to head over to James' mystical shop?
Yes.
Okay.
And then
Eventually,
a
Fire,
clothier
you-
after that.
Yeah,
That's right.
eventually, Fire, you see Tobias come in after you acquire all of your wares. So the two of you are now together over at Jane's Mystical. Samara, the last thing you wanted to study?
Was the guilds, the business guilds.
Yeah, the mercantile section. Go ahead and give me... Did you give me investigation already for
I
that?
did. It's a 16.
16. Most of the... Well, it's interesting. It's the lack of information on the order of the aspect that you find interesting. There are small mercantiles, small guilds, small references in the historical reference of Zadashian, Rexingtrum, and other outlying major cities that, refer to guilds in a historical pretext from, all their relationships and connections with the family Dwindle. And this connection obviously blossoming and giving them their opportunity to make their historical, imprint upon the face of the empire. Almost all this historical documentation seems to be very kind of like state-sponsored, empire-sponsored kind of historical reference of all the guilds and mercantiles that are involved with the Dwindle family and the royals, and that are allowed to function. Nowhere in here can you find any information regarding the order of the aspect. Its exclusion is strange.
So they might not be on the up and up, which we already knew.
Possibly. So with that,
Okay.
Fire and Tobias, you are together at Jane's Mystical Vault. Samara, Thyson, and Feltish, you're busy studying, transcribing, and learning more information. Asborn, you're back in the safe house. Just want to make sure that you leveled up and you can now indicate your long rest.
I did.
The Zarhashian queen had gone off to locate a place called the Umber Dungeon, which is the local holding jail cells within Zadash. You're currently in the major city of Zadash. The others have gone off to either procure wares, do some study. You are still back in the safe house by yourself for the most part. And the safe house is a version of the magic mansion that Tyson uses from time to time,
Mhm.
only quite more robust and quite larger in scale.
Uh, is there an internal training ground in the safe house?
There is a garden area in the front that's part of the illusion of the estate. Give me a investigation check as you begin to wander the place.
Okay. That is 15 plus 4, 19.
19. On the 7th floor, you find a section of the 7th floor that seems to be set aside as almost like a gym or a training area, just much more concentrated for purposes of exercise, calisthenics, and there are training dummies and other things that you could use to train with.
I am going to summon my shadow. I think that's I'm gonna manifest my echo,
Okay.
and I am going to try
into
my new
existence.
combo. And I am going to essentially just beat the ever living hell out of this dummy with my echo.
Okay. So the two of you are practicing this new combined skill that you've learned. Ember and or Fire and Tobias, you are both together at Jan's mystical vault. What would you like to do next?
Tobias, look what I got.
What?
I got a jar of bugs. And I got some rings.
Oh, and a
hold your
floating
ha- I-
skull.
I take both of your
And
hands
I
in
already
my
put
hands.
the floating skull. I already put the floating
I-
skull in my bag.
I take both of your paws in my paws and I go, who hurt you?
Well,
Are you
sometimes
okay?
you do. But
Did you get hit on the head
bugs,
when we were in combat?
so the bugs, we feed them and they multiply, and we can pull a bug out and we can make it throw it, and it turns into light.
Don't they have a spell for that?
Well, yes.
How much did you pay for them?
I don't want to talk about it.
Here, help me carry this battle axe.
Okay, I take the battle axe and I put it in the knapsack.
Okay. Kind of
Here,
drop it
okay,
into
so
it.
I gotta talk to somebody about a rifle here. So give me a second. You,
Okay, I'm just gonna look around.
you take care of your bugs, okay? Everything's gonna be
I have
okay.
to feed them. I have to feed them rotten meat once a day.
Of course you do.
How am I gonna find rotten meat?
Probably out in the garbage. You'll be okay.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, check the garbage
should
around
go-
back.
I should find some rotten
Okay.
meat.
I'll meet you back. I'll meet you.
I
out
think
there.
Fire just became a trash panda.
I'm looking for rotted meat. It's actually cursed. It turns you into like a hobo.
And all you do is
My
walk
bugs,
around
my
town yelling
bugs.
murder.
Just
Murder hobo.
she becomes more and more obsessed with the bugs until that's her whole life. She names each one of them.
They
Okay.
might have names.
I look for the proprietor or someone that looks like a snobby proprietor.
Yeah, I mean, you track him down. Yes, what do you want?
I heard you might be able to enchant a rifle.
I could. That's a very sophisticated item. It could take time and quite a deal of componentry. What are you looking to have it do?
What do you, when you say time, what does it mean? What's the time
It
mean?
depends on what you want it to have done.
What can you do in a day?
Not much. Most enchantments require anywhere from 1 to 2 weeks to accomplish.
2 weeks. Okay.
We won't be here that long.
Hey, Fire, do you got that eye still?
No, I thought we sold it.
Or you sold it?
Did
Okay.
we sell it?
Okay, how about, do you have anything that could, like, I can mount on the rifle so I can see far and far away?
Like an eyepiece or
Yeah.
a spyglass is what you are
Yes.
talking
Yes.
about. I do sell spyglasses. If you'd like one.
I mean, do you have something special for the rifle you can make up?
Possibly,
I mean, take one
but
of them and kind of like part it out and make it cool and mount it to the rifle.
I don't really deal in weaponry of that fashion. I mean, I can try, but it would take time to experiment with.
All right, you give me the eyeglass and then I'll take it back to the armor. Maybe he can do it.
Very well. 12 gold for the spyglass.
Okay. Do you have any rings that would help protect me?
No, I do not stock such rings.
What do you have here?
What you see?
Besides bugs.
I don't
like
have
bugs.
bugs anymore. I sold those to your friend there.
To that sucker. I mean, my friend over there.
So yes, your friend. I defer to your friend.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I mean, I know, seriously, what do you sell here? Do you like have a...
I mean, I have lots of general
Particular
goods, exotic
type?
goods, ingredients, componentry, many different things.
Nah, I don't do magic, so I'm good. Thanks, pal.
Oh, you're very interesting. Welcome. Come again.
Maybe.
So, Samara,
Guys, let's look at
Thyson,
these
and
rings.
Feltish, you spend some time copying your information. Anything else you want to do over at the Wellesian Academy?
Do we find out any information that will help us?
I mean, you discover what you discover. I would say during this time of reading a little bit more in depth, go ahead and give me fresh investigation checks to see if you can glean any more information off of the collected reading material.
Nope, that's a 6.
Yeah, it pretty much confirms what you saw previously. Feltish?
No. Does this place have that I know of a relationship with the Cobalt Soul?
Give me a history check.
Okay. History. Okay. 17?
17. Not a specific relationship. Most major libraries or academies are omnipresent to the understanding of when the Cobalt Soul is seeking out particular information that they want to vault for themselves or keep within their main exposited libraries, depending on where you're kind of located at. You get the feeling that things here are designed for the common consumption, and that more than likely the Cobalt Souls probably already picked this place clean.
All right. I'm good then.
Okay. Thyson, anything else you want to do? Any more children that you want to torment?
No, I'm good.
All right. So the three of you wrap up your mid-morning activity, heading back outside. Fire and Tobias, where are you going to next? Asborn, you are still in the process of practicing your new routine.
Since I don't know where the group went, I'm fine with just staying at base for the time.
Okay.
What other shops are around? Is there the candy shop? Can we see the candy shop?
I need to go back to that smith real quick.
Okay. So, Tobias, you're heading back to the Sparkhammer Smithing. The candy shop is just a very small cloistered building nearby, where it's just somebody selling the day's production of the limited amount of candy that they've acquired.
How much candy have they acquired?
They've got a good portion of chocolate, cookies, and other kind of like taffy-like products.
Well, I want
How
to get
much
some.
for the lot?
Hey, Settle down.
What?
I'm buying my shorty some candy right now.
Okay, how
I'm
much
gonna
for
get
the
like a
lot?
heart-shaped box of candy for the queen.
I mean, there's nothing really heart shaped, but I
No.
mean, there's a small kind of like wooden box
Like
filled with
something that a
chocolates in it.
queen would like. Okay, yeah, I'll get that.
It'll be 2 silver, please.
Can you gift wrap it?
I don't know what that means.
Oh, never
How
mind.
much for
It's gonna be a
all
present.
of the rest? How much
Oh.
for all of the rest?
For the rest of what I have,
I don't know what that means.
6 gold to allow
Okay.
me to close early would be quite lovely.
Okay, here's 6 gold, and let's wrap all this up.
Yeah, you're kind of in possession of like 20 pounds of candy, random candy.
Sweet. I shove it in my knapsack,
Okay.
and I just pull a piece out.
Now we get a dilapidated wagon, and then we put free candy on the side of it.
Links.
You
right
want
up
some
with that
candy,
plan.
little girl?
How do I
All right.
add custom item? Add custom item. 20 pounds of candy.
Oh my God,
Right.
Ivar, you are just beautiful.
All right, I love you too. Okay, so I go to the smithy real quick. I just gotta
Yeah,
stop,
for brevity, I'll say
I want him to mount it, so I can long range kill
Yeah.
people.
He goes, he tells you he's not really equipped for that kind of
Damn it!
adaptation, but he understands your intent. He actually sells you all the necessary components to try it out yourself.
All right.
And that costs you like 8 gold.
Okay.
And you have enough componentry to try 3 separate times to possibly mount the spyglass, the top of the rifle.
Okay.
After
And now I need to go to shopping for clothes.
clothes.
Mhm.
Where our warm
Look at my
weren't
clothes.
Okay, our warm clothes weren't on the ponies. They were in the knapsack. I bought warm clothes for everybody.
I want
Do
a
you need
new
warm
rig.
clothes?
He
Okay.
wants to look good for his boo.
That's right.
Okay.
Eventually, I'll say, as the 3 of you come out of the Wesleyan Academy and Fire and Tobias wrap up their immediate shopping needs, the 5 of you kind of temporarily meet in the Pentamarket central area. It is now moving out of mid-morning into late morning at this point.
Is there like a town hall or a place where an emissary for the Lexodons could meet the people who live in this city and just trying to make introductions?
You believe that would be located in the Tri-Spire.
Is that like super far from where we are?
It's a good walk towards the very center of the city. And the Tri-Spire is currently under construction.
Oh.
Why is it under construction? What are they constructing?
It was heavily damaged during the...
Oh, that makes sense.
Do we want, so Veltish and Thyson, do we want more information about this Order of the Aspect? Or are we just going to go continue escorting the Queen?
Well, I mean, you looked through the section. Is there anything else we can find?
No, but that tells me that they're probably shady. And I feel like if I approach the city officials in the guise of like introducing myself as an emissary and trying to make that connection, I can let them know to keep an eye out for these guys because obviously they're shady and terrible.
Yeah,
No?
they tried to kill us, so of course they're shady.
They are shady.
I'm not
They
there.
have they're doing something with these transmutation rocks that I don't trust.
Sure, but I don't know if the city guard can like do anything.
No, not the guard. Like the people in charge of the city.
Oh, is that the same thing? Let's go talk to whoever you want to talk to. I'll be right behind you. I'll hold one of my big weapons if you want.
I don't know what else we want to do as a group. What our focus is.
Up to you, man. I'm just standing around. I'm not really doing much.
Y'all are difficult.
I'm shopping.
Go
Not
go
difficult,
find a
just want you
bookstore,
to do
buy
it.
some books.
It's not difficult, I just want you to do it.
I mean, I could make it go faster if I wind walk us.
It seems a little excessive.
I mean, okay, that's fine. We can walk. So yeah, I'd like to walk towards
I'm
the
walking here.
city center or someplace where there are officials, people in charge.
Fair enough.
If I see any bookstores along the way, I'm going to dart in.
Fair enough.
I'm walking here.
As you guys begin to walk out of the Pentamarket area and pass through the gates that take you deeper into the interior of Zadash, everybody but Asborn, because Asborn is still back at the safe house, go ahead and give me perception checks.
Why am I so terrible at these?
Perception.
Big money.
24. I got a 24.
Yes, natural
That's
one. Minus
Ugh.
1. 0.
24.
Ooh.
I got a natty
24.
20,
Okay.
so I got 30.
Ooh, nice.
I'm in a bookstore.
Dyson,
25.
what'd you get?
16.
16. As a group, not horrible at all. You begin to realize that this particular section that you're in seems to be referred to as the Interstead Sprawl. This seems to be predominantly like a residential, kind of like a residential expanse. The outer was the Pentamarket, and part of the outer sprawl, and now you're within the Interstead Sprawl. It takes maybe about 15-20 minutes to pass through this section. It's here that something strikes you as interesting. As you had just passed through this section, there is a familiar looking named spot that you remember the Zorhashian Queen mentioning as you're now looking at the Umber Dungeon. It is the Zadashian jail and provisional area where they maintain people. This is also the place where the lawgiver would normally take residence. And looking beyond this section and deeper into the interior of Zadash, you can see at the very center of the interior of the city, there's a rising hillscape. And now you begin to realize where the Tri-Spire name comes from. As 3 unique towers kind of reside in the center of the city. And it looks to be, once again, as you get closer to the center, you're now beginning to see damage that had been done that's not quite been worked on yet. You can see entire like residential districts that have been just wiped out into ruin and rubble. You can see that the Umber Dungeon has taken some damage. You can see closed shops that are currently in the process of being under construction. Continue to walk towards the central area, towards the Tri-Spire. You're immediately met by a cordoned off section where the gates are pulled down. The walled section looks to be about 12 to 15 feet high. There are damaged sections of it that are currently under construction. There's maybe 6 or 7 guards milling about in front of the closed off section that would lead you up and into the Tri-Spire. Can we help you?
Greetings. We are looking for who is in charge here in this city.
I believe that would be young. Where did he go? He was right here a minute ago, and now I've lost him. He goes by the name Young Starosta Wyatt Fada.
Young, what was the second word?
Why can't it just be Joe for once?
Wyatt Fada. Fedar.
And is he a lord, a duke?
He
Prince,
is
the
the
king?
Starosta. He is in charge of the city.
He's the
Derosta?
Duke of Earl.
He's a Starosta.
Wyatt.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard that term before.
It is a very common term in the Morrow Valley. It's people in
What?
charge of regions or cities? Or I take it you're not locals then.
No, I am an emissary from the Ivory Heart clan. I'm touring the land and getting a feel for all the different areas, meeting the neighbors, as it were.
Sergeant, come here for a second. Yes, Dukum. Somebody from the Siren Green Forest, that Ivory Heart group. You think Wyatt would want to meet her? We can always check. One moment. You watch as they kind of like pass through a gated section that was cordoned off, and they disappear around the corner, come back out. And as they come back out, tailing behind the sergeant is a very kind of like obvious halfling. Brown curly hair, wearing simple green and yellow vest, like blue pants. He's kind of got a very kind of like flamboyant hat underneath his arm, and the halfling comes around the guard and, hello. Who might you be? The guard here told me you're from the Ivory Heart City. Are you? Is that true?
Yes, I am Samara.
Oh.
And who do I have the pleasure of meeting?
My name is Wyatt Felder. I am the starosta of this fine community. You all have to excuse the condition of our of our city. Some months ago, we suffered quite the unusual storm-like conditions that did a great deal of damage to our city.
Yes, we did hear.
Oh,
We saw.
it's unfortunate. Excuse me, what did your young mousefolk friend say?
Is he there with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are all there together.
Oh.
Oh.
As we've been traveling along, we've been noticing the damage that we've seen, and that is what he's referring to.
Oh, I understand.
I just wanted to introduce myself, Samara Talmud. I'm going around and making acquaintance with the various leaders as the Ivory Heart clan is working on establishing a bit of independence.
Yes, autonomy does take work, does it not? Your tabaxi friend there seems hungry.
Don't mind my peers.
I haven't even begun to think about them. Do you come with letters of recommendation, or are you just here on a sightseeing trip?
Sightseeing more than anything. Was actually we happened upon this area. We weren't planning on traveling this way, but our travels brought us this direction. So I thought I'd come and reach out. One thing I did want to discuss, is there an area that's a little bit more private to speak with you?
Oh, well, you could certainly come into my temporary offices just inside the Tri-Spire Gate if you so desire. That's the best
I feel like
can
that might be
offer
a good choice.
Oh, well, please come with me. And the guards kind of open one of the gate panels to allow all of you in and around the corner. You can see us.
Samara. I have my letter from the Cobalt Soul if you want an introduction.
Oh, I didn't know that you had that. I forgot.
I climb up on you, Sam, onto
Why?
your shoulder.
I'm gonna push you off.
And I grab your ear and I go, You're wanted right now.
No, I'm not. It's fine.
Yes, you are.
It's fine.
It's fine? Okay, let's see if it's fine. If I have to shoot and
What's
kill
the
somebody,
order
it's
of
your
the
fault.
aspect?
I'm
gonna pick Tobias up and put him on my shoulder,
Money's money, baby. Anybody will take it.
and I'm gonna hand him a piece of candy.
If I have, thanks. If I have to kill somebody for you, it's on you.
How inconspicuous is all of this right now?
The halfling and the sergeant are kind of up ahead of you, leading you towards a 2-story structure just kind of around the gated entrance. They're not really paying that much attention. They're just kind of leading you away. You're whispering enough where it's just kind of amongst the group.
I'm gonna make sure I keep an
aspect wants me dead. The order of the aspect wants me. We need to let them know about the order of the aspect.
Uh-huh.
Here's
And if they're part of it, then we should. Oh, thank you. And if they're part of it, then we should at least know that as well.
So you're finally taking my side about honesty's the best policy.
What can I say, Tobias? You
I
rubbed
know
off.
you. I know I'd rub off on you, Sam. Oh, this is gonna be. We're gonna have to fight our way out of a tower or something.
We're
It's
not
gonna be
doing
fun.
that. We're not diplomacy. We are here for diplomacy.
Diploma.
Until they want to
what?
take you into custody.
I don't know that word.
Until they want
You
to
watch,
take you into
you watch as
custody.
Feltish picks out a index finger out of her hair, throws it right around.
Piece of brain,
Blood
bit of
behind
skull.
my ear.
right? An ear behind your ear.
A few minutes
Oh.
goes by. You guys are led into the temporary reception area of Wyatt's office space. There's other guards here as well. He opens a door into what feels like a small studio. There's a series of chairs and tables littered all about. He goes and sits behind his desk and kind of offers all of you seats if you choose to sit.
Thank you.
So, what can old Wyatt do for you? I've only just recently come across this appointment. Unfortunately, the previous Starosta was killed in the event some 4 months ago.
Goodness, that's unfortunate. I did want to bend your ear a bit about a group that we came across in our travels, the Order of the Aspect.
Oh yes, the Order of the Aspect. They don't have much jurisdiction in Zadash. They do work for an organization called the Cerberus Assembly. They are part of their main responsibility, from what I understand, is the acquisition of magical items and then transporting them back to the Cerberus Assembly for dissemination.
Do you know what they do with those magical items?
No, they give them to the Cerberus Assembly, and I imagine the Cerberus Assembly does what is required.
And the Service Assembly is located, if you could refresh my memory.
It would be located in Rexentrum. They are the council that oversees all approved magics, religions, and the understanding of arcane study and the selling of all arcane items.
They've never had any connections with warring bands or anything that would incite violence, do they?
Oh, why would the Service Assembly ever do that?
You're kidding me, right? Okay.
I just Tobias.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about what you know about them.
Well, I mean, there's not much to say. They're very much a clandestine group of magic users that manage what we're allowed to do, basically. And if you cross them, they kill you.
Uh-oh.
And everyone is just okay with this arrangement.
It's either that or you go to prison for life or get hung.
Yeah, don't they
have
run
any
this whole
sort of
place?
check on their power.
Well, the royals, I imagine, could check on that power, but, you know, it's good to be the king.
But they're not known for being benevolent.
Depends on your point of view, I guess.
Okay, time to go. It's time to go.
You know, peaceful existence and stability within an empire. You know, these are things that most people want.
Do you know the leader of the Service Assembly?
I am not aware who the current academian and the current chairpersons are. I do not really follow their activities. I am in charge of Zadash. I report all manner of understandings to the royals, and I leave
Great.
the Service Assembly to those that are better equipped to handle.
Well, thank you so much for your information. I look forward to building a strong friendship between the Ivory Heart clan and Zadash, and hopefully many of the other neighboring areas.
If you're looking for a more traditional approach to understanding and getting letters of writ and introduction, I would recommend visiting Rexentrum and visiting the royal halls and finding your way towards the keepers of the gate. They will...
Can you repeat that one more time? Sorry, I lagged.
Make your way to Rexentrum, go to the royal halls, and speak with the lower masters there, and try to get an introduction with King dwindle. That'd be your best choice. Otherwise, whatever you do, to be perfectly honest, won't really matter. Without his sanction, you are, how shall they say, speaking to the dark.
Understood. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, you're very welcome. Will you be staying long in the city?
No, just a day or two.
Oh, where are you residing currently?
We have a home, a vacation spot where we're staying. We're all set up.
Interesting. Very well. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. And I'm gonna walk on out.
And we're
Okay.
screwed. And we're screwed.
All of you are led back out to the Trispire gated entrance, and you hear the gates, and then the bar come down as the gates are resealed.
Well, I know that Leilas cannot be with the King of the Dwendals, right? So we can't really go do that unless we want to be super secretive.
Yeah, we're not.
Okay,
good
so
at
Should we go back to the
the
house to have this
Cerebus
conversation?
Assembly wants you. This
Yeah, we shouldn't
Idiot.
have this conversation on the street, guys.
Let's go
and
back
this-
to the house.
This idiot works for them, whether he knows it or not.
It's fine. He won't be able to find us. It's okay.
Oh, really?
Oh, kid.
It's okay.
Oh, kid.
Okay.
Oh,
He
What
just
happened?
dumped. He just butt dumped in his diaper.
butt bubbles.
He just loaded up his diaper.
Bubbles.
He just loaded up
Butt
his
bubble.
diaper.
Sorry.
That's good. Oh,
Poor
All right.
buddy.
So the issue is that if the Service Assembly is everywhere, I'm going to be seen everywhere anyways.
and you're going into the heart of the beast right now, Rexitrim.
Exactly.
Wow.
So I think it would behoove our group if I were to disguise myself
You think?
for our travels. Yeah. Do I have the ring on?
Yeah, you have it.
Okay. And I can use it once a day, or what was
I
it again?
believe
It's
so.
like once a day for an hour, or for how long?
No, you could just change. It's disguise self.
It's just disguise self, and it lasts
Correct.
as long as you need to.
Yeah.
Then I
It
will.
was given to us by a god, so it's amazing.
Cool. Then I will turn myself into a half elf.
Okay.
Let's walk.
The Cerebus Assembly will see through it. They're magic users.
It's fine. We're just.
It's
gonna
not
blend
fine.
in. We're just gonna
You
blend
could-
in. It's fine.
I'm on my toes now. I'm just expecting to be ambushed at any second.
You
Just to
could
let you
be
know.
a monkey again.
It's what?
I said you could be a monkey again.
I think I'm okay. I'll continue work on as a humanoid.
Okay. It was fun having you be a monkey.
I can be a monkey again in the future.
Monkey Sam was,
I
was very
think-
cute.
I think I want a
And
monkey.
let's get the hell out of here.
Well, we need to wait for Leilas to come join us.
Who?
So you guys are heading back to the
Boo.
safe house?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's go back, but let's take a circuitous route, however you say that word.
See
I
something
could also-
new.
I could also cast
And
Pass
keep-
Without a Trace on us.
And
We're
keep an
walking
eye
through a
out.
city. I
tails.
don't think that's gonna really get us much.
We're being watched.
Keep an eye
every
out
second
for
of the day.
tails.
It
Doesn't
masks
matter, we're
us
being
from
watched.
detection.
Yeah, but we're not hiding. We're just like walking.
We're
through
not
a
walking
city.
through a forest.
Scooping up field mice and bopping them on the heads.
Hey, what do you
You're
got
not a
against
field
field
mouse.
mice? Some of my best friends are field mice.
Really?
Some of your only friends are field mice.
That's right. Field mousekin, field mouse
Okay.
folk.
So we're going back?
Are they
Yeah.
mousekins?
Ha, ha, ha.
I crack myself up.
Well, somebody has to. So what are you guys doing?
We're going back to the house. but after fashion,
Okay.
going around Robin Hood's barn, making sure we're not followed.
Okay. Give
It is a
me
safe house after all.
give me perception checks as you're making your way back to the Penta
Making my
Market.
way.
Make it away.
Where'd my- Making my way.
Ooh, that's not as good. 15.
17.
Oh, what are we doing? Perception?
Perception.
Perception.
Oh my god.
Is it a 1?
Is it a
No,
0? Because I
no,
rolled a
it's-
0 again.
No, it's gonna be it's gonna be a 10, but I yeah.
This makes like a natural 1 on perception.
So 23.
You rolled poorly.
Thyson, what'd you get?
Give me one sec. 4.
As far as you guys can tell, you're not being followed. You traverse through the inner sprawl and back out to the outer and find your way into the Penta Market, passing through the market area that you had done a little bit of shopping, and disappear into the kind of residential section. And there's the same illusion, but slightly different person this time, kind of making the facade of a residence. One by one, you step in. Asborn, down below, you can hear that somebody has arrived back in the safe house. As you can hear Fire, Tobias, Samara, and Thyson and Feltish kind of talking with each other as they enter back into the safe house.
I'm gonna go down to greet them.
Okay. Just watch as Asborn comes down. She is very sweaty. Slightly
Ew,
bruised.
why are
so
you
sweaty?
sweaty?
What's wrong with
Were
you?
you watching Cops?
Yes!
One here.
Yes.
Oh,
Did you
no.
teabag somebody's drum set?
No, I did not. Man, God, leave me alone. I was training for once.
Ah. All right.
You
Oh,
need
hey.
to-
And what
Are you?
happened, and Tobias, what happened to our daily training sessions, huh? What happened to that?
And I didn't need it anymore. I got these things. And this.
I look at his scrawny ass arms.
Yeah.
Is that
thanks.
rifle taller than you?
Oh, yeah. It's like 5 times taller than me.
Solid. Good.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Hey, give Beltish here her
Oh, yeah.
battle axe.
I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna reach into my bag, my knapsack, and well, not the knapsack, the duffel bag, and I'm pulling out the axe.
Ooh, what is that?
That's your new battle
Oh.
axe.
Is it like, does it have a special name or anything, or is it just like a +3?
+3/+3 bonus action stabby
Stabby.
halved for 1d 1000 damage.
You can just give it a name.
1d1000? Is that what
Yeah,
it is?
yeah, 1d 1000.
Its name is Stabby McStabberson.
What is the damage for the
Choppy
bonus?
McChopperson.
Choppy McChopperson.
So it does 2d12 slashing damage.
Damn, girl.
And the bonus
Kill.
action pommel strike does 1d8 piercing damage.
Damn, somebody's gonna get jacked up.
Is that at a +3 as well?
Correct.
It's +3/+3.
Okay. I will. I'll build
It's
that
called
up.
Ginsu.
Thank you. This is. Ooh,
Yeah,
I
I
like
like
this a lot.
Ginsu.
And it's 2-hand. Yes.
It's two-handed, correct.
Okay.
I like Choppy McChopperson, but
Choppy McChopperson.
oh, I
You
turned
gonna
your.
find something to whack with this?
I-
Is there like a training room in here with some dummies? Ooh, Asborn, you want to go fight? Wanna
I
fight?
look at her with the worst disdain on my face.
Ugh,
Will you
You're
pay
not
me?
rude, Asborn.
Will you pay me?
no.
Man. Sure, yeah.
Nice.
Wanted to see if I
Asborn,
could get
do
money
you
out
need
of
money?
No,
Asborn, do you need money?
Yeah, aren't you like super rich?
Yeah, he's got money.
that's daddy's money. Can't
Yeah,
use it.
I work for like a library basically. I don't,
Asborn,
You work
We
for a
have money.
library?
Asborn, we have
Yeah.
money. Do you need money?
No, I just want to scam you out of money.
Okay.
You don't do this?
Doesn't Daddy give you a monthly stipend?
this is just like a thing you do. You just like try to
Yeah.
get money out of people.
Yeah. How do you think we became rich?
I mean, I guess that's a valid point.
I mean,
I
feel
don't know,
like that's when most
moving
people became
criminal
rich.
Act
masterminds.
broke. Act broke
Moving
to
criminal
stay rich.
masterminds from Port Zune into Zadash.
Hmm. Yeah.
I mean, you
Oh,
guys are
yeah.
in the city that the gentleman exists in now.
Oh, let's go talk to the gentleman.
Do we have to?
Yeah, we do.
Ugh.
Because we need to find out. He knows because
He probably knows everything.
it's his. He's the one that's transporting the stuff.
So what are we gonna say?
All
Like,
right.
why are you being a jackhole?
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
you
exactly.
He's
Why
got
you
I'll let
being a
lead the
cheese
conversation,
dick?
Jackal.
Bias.
Huh?
I said I'll let you lead that conversation.
No problem. I don't have a problem confronting him. He's been an asshole. He's those people that like they're just helpful enough so you don't kill him. Like that's how he helps us. But like he's probably way helping the other side. It's like a 90-10 split. He's helping 90%. All the other and we get 10%.
I mean, Tobias, I may
Yeah.
have become more honest, but you've definitely become more murdery.
Yeah, when in doubt, snuff
Stab it
him
out.
Yeah.
When in doubt, snuff it out.
Yep. And now from long range, check out this baby. Oh yeah, I can't wait to use this sucker.
Please take your finger off the trigger.
Everybody. Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, this is my safety right here. Okay.
I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know.
So where is the gentleman?
Oh my God, where's fire? It's disappeared. No.
Where do we think the gentleman is?
Why don't you? Oh dang, we don't have Mara here.
Uh-huh.
The more useful character.
Not wrong.
Because her boyfriend would know. Oh, I'm sorry, husband.
Her boo.
He's got to be
Her
like a
husband
big
would
dad
know
around
where
here,
the-
so we can
where
probably
the,
just ask someone and they will know.
Oh, can't we just message the gentleman?
We could.
Have fire
Do
message
it.
him and
I
say,
can
Wait.
Sup?
cast sending. I can cast sending.
excuse me.
Good Lord.
Oh,
Bless you.
Lord, I just peed a little.
I'm sorry. I know you have a bladder issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when people yell at like a million
bladder.
decibels in my
I
ear.
turned away.
With your microphone still in your mouth?
No, my microphone.
It fades into nothing.
He just broke his microphone because
He
now we
did.
can't hear him.
We can't hear you,
We
Tobias.
can't hear you. Whatever
We
you
can't
did,
hear
you
you.
fucked it up.
You unplugged.
He broke it.
No, I didn't break it. It's right.
Ah,
When I picked it up, I muted it, baby.
I'm muted, baby.
All right, so I'm gonna message cast sending and send a message to the gentleman saying hello.
Hey.
I was gonna
Hey,
say
baby.
Hello.
Remember us?
Sup?
It's fire. We're in Zadash. Are you still in Zadash?
Want
I
to
love how you
meet
all
up?
become-
Question mark, heart
Want
emoji?
to-
Heart
That's
emoji.
right.
Winky face, winky face, winky face.
You up?
Thirsty
You
emoji.
up.
Aubergine.
You alone? Parents home? Question mark.
Let's see. Oh yeah.
Water
Cherries,
droplets.
aubergine. Splash.
I'm changing the diaper real quick because I don't want him to leak all over me.
Got
Fair
you.
point.
What you
Good
don't
thing you
love him?
asked the question just in time not to hear it. I don't know
So
if
we
she has
sent
her
him that
ear.
message with all those emojis.
I have
And-
my earpiece in.
Okay.
To be fair, I feel like the gentleman would really appreciate that message.
Especially the eggplants.
Oh, don't forget tongue kitty cat too.
Yes.
Tongue kitty cat. Eventually, there's a response from the gentleman. Takes a few minutes. He goes, "Oh fuck."
Your
You're
favorite
not
people are
actually
here.
you're not actually here, are you? Because I'm
Yes.
busy.
Oh, come on.
Well, I am
Aren't you busy for
currently
friends?
setting up shop in I'm setting up shop in the The Interset Sprawl. You can find me at a place called the Evening Nip. It's a brand new place. Just getting it put together. Putting my finishing touches. I just need to say goodbye to a friend of mine first before you come over, please. And please be discreet. Do not piss off the ogre gentleman that will be at the door.
Is there a password?
Discreet is my middle name.
No, it's not. I believe your middle name is Bright.
Well, that's true. Okay. Guys, he's in the Interstead Sprawl in a place called the Evening Nip, and he wants us to give him some time, and then we can go over.
Sweet.
Great.
And don't piss off the ogre at the door.
Okay.
Will not do that.
Darn, that's my favorite thing to do.
I know. That's why I said don't piss off the ogre at the door. I'm going to ask the gentleman, is there a password?
Sure. Hard cheese.
Just for Tobias.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Who's all with you, by the way?
Yes.
Really? That's your answer? Yes. Very well. I'll see you in a little bit. Behave yourself.
He knows who's here.
Does he know I'm here?
He's got his pulse on.
No, I doubt it. Okay, so we wait a little bit, kill some time, and then head over that way.
Oh, I wanted. Are we going back to see the queen? Are we back at the place where the
Well, yeah,
queen?
we
is?
should.
She's still over at the Umber Dungeon. She's over at the jail still.
She's
What is she doing at the jail?
dungeoning it up.
She's
She's
someone in the
visiting a
jail.
friend.
Somebody is her friend in the
Probably-
jail.
Might
Think
be
so.
breaking them out.
What? Without
I
me?
don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, that's what I'd do.
You can go find her.
Where do I go wrong? Where do I go wrong?
That's okay. Whatever. She's on her own. Okay.
We should let her
Give me
know where
some
we're going now.
toast.
I might be out of sending.
Okay.
Daddy
We'll
needs
be
a little
back.
time
We'll be back
alone
before she's
anyway.
done. It's fine.
We could scry on her if we wanted to.
That never goes good for us. Everybody looks at the thing and goes, "There it is! They're scrying at us." Everybody's way better at scrying than we are.
Man, we should have paid
Scry.
attention.
Just as we zoom in on them, they look at us, and then all of a sudden, mind blast, nose bleed, eye bleed, ear bleed, 75 damage. No.
75,
Hey, buddy.
75,
Look at that
75
belly.
psychic damage.
Look at it.
Oh, no. I can't help but talk baby talk when there's a baby around.
It's very true. He did it Monday night too.
Oh, no, but that's. Oh,
It
no.
was, it was very creepy.
Whatever. Babies love it. He was smiling.
Well, babies love it because they're babies.
That's right. I'm closer to baby's mindset than an adult.
That is
Human.
absolutely true.
It's mildly concerning.
I'm age-wise
Just
57, mentally 6.
Do bear in mind that you're on an earpiece and he can't hear you.
And I'm a poop, and I still like poop and pee jokes.
And
that
he'll
make me
still
laugh.
be like
Poop
talking
and
to
pee
that
jokes
kid.
are very funny.
They are funny. Sorry.
There is so funny. I cannot help it. It's
That's
just the
right. You
truth.
can't. That's when you know you're old, when you go poop and pee jokes. Yuck. If you do that, you were lost. You might as well go into old folks' home.
Are we finding
There is
the
no
nip?
Yeah. Actually, we're gonna go to the evening nip.
Okay. So you wait about an hour. Eventually, you make it towards the inner sprawl. And sure enough, looking around, there is a newer constructed kind of two-story building. It looks purposely built. There is a freshly painted sign across the entrance. There is a very burly kind of individual, half asleep, like leaning on a stool against the edge of the doorway. The door is open. There's lots of construction going on the exterior. You could see wagons have been pulled up with the tilted scale insignia on the side of the wagons, and they're unloading kegs of ale, crates of food, and other things.
Bodies and rocks.
You guys approach the evening nip. No one seems to stop you. The incessant sound, you're here in the afternoon, so the sound of hammering, sawing, construction work is going on everywhere. And they're kind of looking over some blueprints on a large table and seeming to be very upset about something. And then just kind of looks over at the door as all of you come in. Is a very young water genasi. Very short goatee, short curly hair. No sign of the season 2. Season 2? Season 1? Season 2? Season 2 age of the gentleman, as he's in his early 20s at this point. Sees all of you come
he's
in.
not that much older than me.
Idiot at the door didn't even stop us. He's sleeping on the job.
I'm surprised you didn't say hard cheese to him.
I didn't.
I did.
We just walked right by him.
Oh.
I didn't tell them about the
Well, hello. As
Hey.
you can see, I'm incredibly busy. How are all of you doing? Is there... I'd offer you drink and food, but it's currently being unpacked, and I am unable to do that.
I pull out a piece of candy and I hand it to him.
Oh, thank you. Zadashi Taffy. Yes, that is familiar to me. Quite good, thank you.
So, tell us something. What's these rocks and dead bodies that you're helping the Cerberus Assembly move around? Kind of want to know because they're really sticking our craw right now. We had to ice some of them.
Well, I mean, it was the Order of the Aspect, not necessarily.
Well, Order of the Aspect, working for the Cerberus Assembly, who's employing you for your wagons and, that kind of thing. What's going on?
I'm afraid I don't understand what you mean. I do own a freight company called the Tilted Scale that I do lease out to interested parties.
Who'd you lease it out to?
Everybody who wishes to make money. I do on occasion stash little trinkets of black market goods to help them get from Rexitrum, Zadash, and some of the other places where I can make a little money in the trade of black market goods. But
okay, so the gentleman who has a front company that leases out wagons, Mr. Know-It-All, Mr. Got his hands in every pie,
I don't
doesn't
really
know who's
all.
renting out his wagons to have magical rocks be dispersed all over the place with a bunch of dead bodies.
Well, first of all, if you could enhance the idea of magical rocks, what do you mean? I'm not sure.
We believe they're transmutation rocks.
I pull one out of my pocket and I show him.
I forgot that we had one.
May I see that for a moment?
I hand him one.
He looks at it, hefts it.
If I ever got a straight answer to this guy, I'd be surprised beyond belief.
Seems like obsidian stone to me. I don't.
Who's Hammond Zimmer?
Hammond Zimmer, I believe he is the master in charge of the Order of the Aspect. My understanding is the Order of the Aspect is responsible for acquiring rare relics and magical items that the Cerberus Assembly tasks them to collect.
Well, we kind of need to know why
they're kill me.
Why they're having these rocks delivered to all these different blacksmiths shops throughout Wildmont and the coast, including that little town we stayed at for a while. What's the name of that place? Where Hollyhead.
We've been noticing that these stones could be used in constructs, and more constructs have been popping up.
Yeah, what are they called? The things that scared the shit out of me?
The golems?
Terror engines.
Terror engines, yes.
Interesting. One moment, please. You watch as he walks over to where the new bar is being built. There's stacks of ledgers. There is a very young, feminine-looking tabaxi that seems to be marking in one of the alt ledgers that seem to be working with. He shifts some of the ledgers and picks up one, brings it over, sits at the drafting table, puts his feet up, and opens the book, and he goes, well, let's see here if we can find out today. She starts flipping through the Well, now this is interesting. Who in their right mind would pay that much for leasing wagons? No wonder I didn't
Somebody who had something to
notice.
hide.
Well, no, you wouldn't hide. You might be desperate. If you're paying that much for leased wagons, it means you either cannot find enough to acquire to get whatever job you're trying to get done. But I have to be honest with you, the pay was too good. So
Look the other way.
to substantiate this move, yes, I leased these wagons to both the Cyrios Assembly and the Order of the Aspect. However, none of them are supposed to be operating outside the Morrow Valley. They are supposed to be operating within the regions of Rexentrum and the Probo Forest in seeking relics of certain antiquities within excavation sites along the Probo. And he's like reading this off verbatim to you out of the ledger.
Well, they're all the way out to Trustenwald, and they're headed toward the gate and going past the gate into the coast area. And there's a lot of wagons. I mean, a lot. So what would old dead mummy bodies and these rocks get? What would they do with them? What would they make?
Well, you said they were claiming to use these within...
Transmutation.
But you mentioned something about constructs. Could you describe
Oh,
what
yeah,
these
we
mean?
ran into some construct things, like metal iron golem things.
Iron or steel golem.
Yeah. Really hard to kill.
Interesting. I would definitely be interested in understanding how things like that could be created. If they're
draw a
using
picture of my
transmutation stones, they would have to use some kind of magical process or procedure. They would have to infuse it with animated energies, and usually golems require the consumption of souls to a certain degree to imbue them with a kind of life of their own. I don't know.
Something like that.
I don't know.
Okay,
But the sophistication of such magics is more necrotic and necromancy and dealing with the raising and subjugation of the dead. I can't imagine that the Cyrios Assembly would allow that to happen. I mean,
I
They had a
think they
ton of
would.
dead
I think they're working
So-
for that little hobbit bitch.
the
not
Cyrios
a
Assembly
hobbit,
works
he's a
for the
halfling.
king.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do other things too.
Well, I mean, you could always take this complaint to King Gwendol himself and see how far you can get with it. Or
Yeah,
if you...
wind up in prison or killed because we crossed the Cyrios Assembly, right?
Well, I mean, the individual that is currently managing most of the vacant seats, there were many losses, but a recently handsome elf has been brought on board. Goes by the name of Ludendorff. I
Those
believe...
phones?
Assembly?
Yes, I believe he is currently managing most of the conversations between the royals and other organizations of interest.
Those stones are portal stones.
Are
Are
they
they?
transmutation or are they portal stones? You seem to have...
Well, they were made from the Dark Tower. Remember, guys, the one that we destroyed?
We had two different types of stones. That's why I got confused.
Yeah, there's two
different-
different kinds of
The
stones.
stones that we pulled out of the summoning circle was like
Do you have
organic
samples of
compressed
each
ash.
one, perhaps?
Do we have
I
another
have-
summoning stone?
I think
We
we have
did.
one. It's like organic compressed ash down into
Yeah.
a small blackened stone, and I'll pull that and I'll hand him the one because we have one.
He looks at it, studies it for a moment, looks at the other one. Okay, so from what I can tell, this stone seems to be the remnants of that portal or gateway that you destroyed that was involved with Darktoe.
That took
correct?
out our ship. Yeah.
So this is becoming this, from what I can tell.
So they're the same stone then.
They
different stages?
start the way, but they seem to get processed, from what I can tell. And it's the ceremony and the process that they use to create whatever this is. This, I believe, is what they're using to create the constructs. It seems to be magically infused with a series of unfamiliar elements to me.
Well, they're using blood to make portals in the forest, the big terror engines, and they're killing
Mara
lots of people
is
and turning them
not
into
with you, is she?
blood sacks.
No, she is
No.
not. She had her
She
baby.
had her babies.
Oh, well, I must send a gift. Give me a moment. You watch as he goes over to the other end of the bar that's being constructed. You watch as he opens up a bag, and he takes each of the stones, puts it in the bag, and then closes it. He comes back to sit down and says, well, I just sent Albin both the stones that you gave me. Perhaps his master artificers could have some luck with it.
Can we have a bag like that we can send Albin stuff?
No, he gave me this, and unfortunately it's attuned to me, and it allows me to send very small bits of information and material directly to him. It seems that when you owe someone a favor, if you're a Brecht, you owe it for life.
Can we copy that and send you stuff? That would be cool.
I'm not really sure that you're part of this conversation, Fire. You seem to be making up subject matter. Anyways,
So if we were to talk to this Ludendorff guy and just lay everything on the table, what do you think would happen?
Oh, he would most certainly kill you.
Yeah, let's see. There you
Well,
go.
it's mostly because he seems very fragile when it comes to criticism. He would rather just make it go away. I've had one conversation with him, and I'm not overtly impressed. He is a difficult individual, to say the least. He seems to be enjoying his power a great deal.
We're gonna have to kind of deal with this on our own then. So, hey, where's your friend? Where's your lady friend, dragon friend?
Oh,
He means Fortuna.
Fortuna is currently on assignment with the Brex and the Zehefe. I think Talil is with her as well. They are currently doing some research on where the supposed residents and I can't hear a thing.
Sorry, I'll mute him.
They are supposedly doing some discovery and research on where that gate was located back in Hollyhead, and try to figure out exactly where it went.
Oh, good. We need to know that.
I mean, the propitiatory information of it being located in the Grain Lands and off in the Dunrock Mountains was most of what they had to work with, but they are trying to refine that down to more of a specific location.
Okay, so let me throw this out here. Tell me if I don't know a lot about magic. I just know from what these guys seen. And oh my God, these people took some spells, crossed them together, and it was a bloodbath. You should have been there. Anyway, I can't get enough out. It's just, it was amazing.
It was an accident.
It was on purpose. It was an accident, but worked out to our favor. Anyway, so do you think that they're moving these massive amounts of rock to blacksmiths for them to smelt into the other type of rock, then making a portal so that souls can come in and inhabit these metal things, thus creating a massive army of these metal golems that are going to now, this will be the second onslaught of Tierling.
Tobias, I would love very much to crawl inside that head of yours and see what kind of rats and critters live in between the gears that make up your mind. That sounds like a lot of complex activity for the sake of doing what? We've already defeated Shulaman. There's been no sign of Qualish. There's been no sign of activity from Tierling. There's been no sign of any nefarious activity other than these people that seem to be processing these rocks for magical purposes. I mean,
Well,
we've
and the
got to come
terror
up with a
engines.
more. Well, that is your word, your perspective.
Winning the battle ain't winning the war, pal.
You don't believe us?
It's not a matter of not believing you. What do you have that I can take to somebody to convince them of what we've seen or what you've seen?
Okay.
We just gave her
Well,
something else.
for instance, I know for a fact that some of the manifests said that they were going to Hollyhead with those, to the blacksmith in Hollyhead.
Oh,
Do
So
you
if
have
you still have
Wait,
contacts,
does Thyson still have that eye, that eye of knowing? Did we actually
Don't
sell
know.
that, or do we still have it?
Thought we sold it.
did we sell it?
What?
Okay.
What?
The eye of knowing. It's that beholder eye.
No, I still got that. Yeah.
You
Look,
could give it to the gentleman, and he could ask me questions, and he would literally see it.
All right. Sounds good.
no,
enough for
that'll
me.
work.
I mean, what can you take? You can take a memory.
Well, I mean, to be fair, do you have the manifest? Do you have the written information? All I'm asking for is enough evidence to be able to take this before people that could be influential and give us aid, but without just look. Sure, you are patrons to the Zehefe Uladan. The problem is you are in the Dwendal Empire. They hold no allegiance to anyone. In fact, the court is under the impression that they got the short end of the deal. They took a serious amount of damage and destruction within one of their major cities. Many of the heads of their Service Assembly Council have been killed during that attack, and it would seem a great deal of their command and control suffered heavily those 4 months ago. The influence of the Clovis Conclave here is limited at best, as it seems the Zehefe and the Zorhashians seem to have done better than the Dwendals, and that creates a bit of a odd political landscape.
Okay. So we discovered half of this thing. So we know that they're sending the rocks to all these blacksmiths on the coast.
You know they're doing that.
Okay, just bear with me.
I'm
You
trying.
got spies, right?
You are associated to the master spy known as the Brecht family. They are the keepers of the ghost. They are the ones that are the main spy network. I merely tapped into it when I needed to move from Port Zune into Zadash as I was relocating my facility. I owed Albin a favor after I was aided in that, and I paid a handsome wage to the Sinclair family. By the way, Miss Sinclair, you look amazing. And congratulations on your promotion. Anyways, I am a smuggler. I trade in black market goods. I make coin by
But
smuggling.
smugglers also deal in secrets, so you would know them.
Not very well. I rely on the information I trade with Albin, and Albin trades that information back with me.
We gotta get Mara back. You might have to play two characters. Sorry, we gotta get Mara back. We had a direct line to him, and we need help because we need to know once they get to the blacksmith, what are they doing with the rocks? After they get the blacksmiths have them, where do they go after that?
So this much I can help you with. Okay. Somebody is smuggling in the obsidian remnants of the tower. We know this much.
The pirates.
Possibly. I don't know. I've heard, Tobias, that they are quite angry with the Admiralty of late.
Oh, yeah.
Something about 3 of their ships being intercepted by the Admiralty after some information was given to them, and their fair share of the bargain was lost.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow. That's too bad.
Give me a deception check.
Please. They should have. No need. I'm not trying to be deceptive. Maybe they should have struck a better deal with the person that they struck a deal with.
Yes, when it comes to spy networks, Tobias, perhaps you should form your own. So, we know that somebody is gathering, harvesting the unrefined obsidian tower stone that was part of that gateway. It sounds like that is being brought in, cataloged, sent back out to these smithies where it is processed. And then it is brought back into the Morrow Valley. And according to you and the information that you've gained, is being processed by the Order of the Aspect and then utilized to create constructs. This is the story that you're going with.
I mean,
and yet the only evidence you have are the 2 stones, granted, but no written correspondence, no track record, no imagery, nothing that we can correlate with this story other than your own eyewitness accounts.
God.
We don't have any connection.
We drew a picture of the terror engine.
Okay.
Fire could draw you a picture.
We don't
No, I
have
thought
any
we'd already drawn a
connection
picture.
with the Order of
Look,
the Aspect. This is where you would come in because you have connections to Order of the Aspect.
No, I don't. I leased them my wagons because they pay.
Which is a connection.
No, I don't want to mess with them. I want to take their gold and get rich. That's what I do.
See, that's what I'm saying. He's 90-10. He's 90-10.
90-10 what, Tobias?
You help us out 10%. You help everybody else 90%.
No, I help out anybody who's willing to pay me.
Okay, how much do you want?
Well, how much do you have?
I don't know. Take back all your wagons. Oh, we burnt some of them. Sorry.
Well, that will come out of the Order's accounts. I'm not worried about that. Wagons are easy enough to make. It's the volume of the lease that makes me rich. I have a thing I'm trying to build here. I have a very expensive girlfriend. She's an excellent singer, but she's expensive to say the least.
Who's your girlfriend?
Okay, let's look at it this way. If this does continue, if we are correct, and this is, as Tobias said, Tierling's next round of attack, you stand to lose a lot. So if we want to look at it from a money standpoint, you are going to be losing a lot because these are being sent everywhere.
Give me a persuasion check on that.
And
I don't know what my persuasion is.
that house is gone. It went somewhere. She's somewhere.
God damn it, it's a 5.
Whatchamacallit somewhere. What's his
This
name?
dice is going away.
What's that guy's name that we almost killed?
Shulamon?
Okay.
Shulamon, yeah, sorry. And Shulamon's disappeared.
And you said
They
Shulamon
are
was dead. We don't know
rallying
that
the
he's
troops
dead.
right now. They're rallying the troops right now. You're not going to come out of this unscathed.
You said
What did you
couldn't
get,
find
Smurf?
Qualish? I got a 6. Or excuse me, a 5, sorry.
5.
And you said that Qualish has disappeared as well. We've seen the terror engines. Those have his handiwork stamped all over it.
Do you
I
have
show him the
any-
picture I drew of it
He kind of looks at it and
in my journal.
looks at all of you. Do you have, other than the stones, do you have any other physical objects I can use to have my young friend over there scry on it?
Did we take anything from the terror engine?
Just
No,
the stone thing.
I'm looking at the moat.
Just the stone that we took from a location that they could look at.
I mean, it didn't really have anything except bloody skin bags.
It was pretty gross. I mean, you couldn't like scry into my brain, basically.
Look, I'm not really into melting people's brain matter to get whatever insidious plan they might have. I leave that to Albin. He's
Melting.
much better at that than I am.
Well, all I can say, buddy, is you better get on board with us. Because you stand to lose more than we can lose. We can only lose our lives and a few trinkets. So you're going to lose your whole business.
The business I haven't quite started yet, and I'm trying to make a low-profile impression upon this community, the Starosta and the others involved. I am merely making a suggestion of more evidence that I can take to those that you would like me to influence. Most blame the Clovis Conclave for what has happened in Zadash some 4 months ago. I am keeping an ear to the ground in regards to the political situation here and within the Empire. There are not many friends of the Zehefes here, and even worse friends of Zohashians. Already, border tensions have begun to rise once again.
So what if we? So okay, let me get this straight. So the Cerberus Assembly kind of got screwed up in this whole fight. They got the short end of the stick. They felt like they did not gain as much as the other kingdoms, right?
Most of their council folk have perished. Ludendorff has been brought on board to immediately stabilize the council. He is currently in the process of recruiting new council members, courtesy of the King Dwendal's decree.
And where does this? Sorry, let me get his name again. Sorry, ate some candy. Where does this Hammond Zimmer fall in the Cerberus Assembly?
I believe he maintains his primary residence within Rexentrum. He has secondary residence in Trustenwald, and I believe he also maintains a residence at the Oman Gate.
But he's not more powerful than
the
Ludendorff.
Wayun Gate.
Then he's not more powerful than Ludendorff. He's below him in rank or equal.
He is the. I mean, he runs the Order of the Aspect. He caters to the request of the Assembly. They are not, how should you say, the same entity. They are each their own entity. The Cerberus Assembly have, over the years, tasked the Order of the Aspect to retrieve items that get vaulted by the Assembly.
So if they're retrieving the tower, so the Cerberus Assembly is retrieving the tower. They're having it, and then
but it's not a Cerberus Assembly Council. What you're basically saying is Ludendorff is masterminding this,
right?
And that is a significant thing to say if you bring that to court.
Mm-hmm.
If the royal court wants to hear what you have to say, or for that matter, I try to influence a conversation around it.
So you want to bring
evidence? What evidence do you think would convince them?
I would think either one of these terror engines, as you call it, maybe the acquisition of one of the steel golem entities, as you call it, something of physical manifestation that we can present, state our case, and if they side with us, getting the royals on our side, that could be a major deal. It could gain us access and influences that we need.
Hey Sam, maybe your mom and the group over there maybe destroyed one of the terror engines, and we could get some pieces from her.
We could definitely try that. I was thinking either that or use me as bait.
Yes, your mother is making excellent inroads, Samara. Making the politics here incredibly difficult to deal with, for sure.
I understand, but she is doing what she must.
I agree. I just wish she could pick those wagons that didn't have my stuff in them.
You made that choice when you gave them.
I didn't give them. Why do you guys think I gave them the wagons?
I understand, but
well,
you should.
When you leased them the wagons, you took on the responsibility of what's on
my car to some random
drug
that I
dealer.
on the street. I would be researching them.
That's right.
I feel like it's inherently different because it's a much larger scale, guy.
It's like renting your axe to a mass murderer and then not having any responsibility.
No, it's not. It's not. It's literally like giving a kid a Lego and then they fucking kill someone with the Lego. Who could ever expect that?
Asborn, just go practice whatever you were doing. You're not making this any better for us.
So I just walk off. I don't need to be a part of this.
Let's contact my mom and see if she either captured a golem or killed a golem or the terror engine, or a terror engine, I should say, and see about getting that bit of evidence to us. Either that or, like I said, we could start talking about the fact that
Gonna
I'm
go
here.
all the way back and kill those two things and drag their carcasses in here to prove to people shit. Almost died killing two of those things.
We only killed one.
My shoulder still doesn't work right. That thing crushed my shoulder.
Tobias, I have missed you.
I
No,
missed you
not
too.
really.
And our lively conversations where you
For
try
someone
to
who-
help us.
Well, for someone who expresses an interest in piracy, ripped off some pirates, lies on a regular basis, and does quite a bit of nefarious activity under the guise of doing good, I would imagine me and you would have more in common.
Well, I think we do, but like the problem is, I mean, I like you because of the things you do, but I also highly mistrust you because every time we run into something, your finger's in the pie, buddy. And it's always on the enemy side. Then you show up.
The only half-truth that I never stated out loud due to agreements that I'd made with others was the history regarding Fire and her family. I was under very strict guidelines not to reveal that information and the hidden location of her family.
Engage massive eye roll. Okay.
And there was a lot at stake, Tobias. I'm sorry. I do.
All right.
Apologize.
Well, but that's where we started our whole relationship.
Did we?
Yes. Yeah, it was all based on you not telling us the truth. So, then that made me mistrust you.
Yes, but
see how it goes?
Yes, but Tobias, you're a pirate.
Yeah.
To be a pirate.
Pirate code. You're a pirate. You're a land pirate.
I don't know any of these words that you speak. Anyways, all I'm saying is just get me that physical evidence. It doesn't even have to be significantly anything, complete.
Like you don't need a whole carcass. You just need a piece.
No, I just need a piece of something that would be convincing so that their own people can scry on that evidence and they can glean their own information from it. I cannot exclude the conclusions we come to from Master Ludendorff.
Yeah.
He will be involved no matter what we do.
My thing is just be honest and we'll find out who our enemies are quicker. That's how it works for me.
I have no doubt that you believe that, Tobias.
Mm-hmm.
But politics are a different kind of monster here.
Oh, I figured.
I'm just saying. I do not want to put everything I've built at risk, but I understand that I must help in what way I can. Get me the physical evidence I require. I can have my personal assistant over here scry on the evidence, and then take that information to the individuals that I feel like could best help us in this endeavor.
All right.
That seems
we'll get
fair.
back to you.
Well, you're free to linger, and the first keg of ale is out. You'll feel free to have a tankard if you choose. But I wish I could be more helpful. But
well, we'll get back to you with the info. Too bad we don't have one of those bags. We just drop the little pieces in and it would show up in your bag and we wouldn't have to be traveling all over the place. God's green earth.
I really wish Mara was here right now.
Me too. Sorry, Veltish, but
I miss Mara just as much as y'all do.
All right.
She's my girl.
So with that, the conversation with the gentleman wraps up. You find yourself standing out in front of the evening nip that is still under construction. And that's where we're going to finish tonight. We will be back here next week to figure out what level of shenanigery the Storm Chasers are going to be up to when we get back. Next Tuesday, everybody's good for next Tuesday, I hope. We're good?
Mm-hmm.
We're good? Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good.
What is next Tuesday? Next Tuesday is the 19th?
It is
Sounds
the
reasonable.
19th.
Let me open my calendar.
Wait, that's
I
not
am
right.
definitely gone on the 26th, though.
Okay,
I will
you're going
be
to
in-
Ohio, right?
Yeah, I'm going to Ohio. I'm being banished to Ohio.
Well, you should be banished to Ohio because you are a nefarious individual.
I am quite
A demon in the flesh.
A demon in the flesh. Demon in the flesh. Hey, everybody, thank you for coming out. Check out our Discord. Check out our VODs, our YouTube, our socials. Come hang out with the family. Teach, learn, play, as we like to say. And remember, stay safe, be kind, and play a game. And we'll see y'all later. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Night.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Hey, check it out. This is how I. Oh. What'd you do?
I love doing that for him. It's just so fun.
I was gonna show Callista her pouch that I fixed up so she could put on her belt.
Yeah, we'll come back to it in a moment. I just got to do the,
I know.
the VOD done and all that fun stuff.